It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo touchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This man not they off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun Diary.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live, and thanks so much for joining me. Share the broadcast.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary.
Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Maiyegun today, yeah, Eku Jometa, Eku 3 days.
Okay, Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun lawamo.
There is good news on the horizon. A very, very good news, right? And there is also a concerning one that I actually want to talk about today.
Maiyegun today. Maiyegun today. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun today. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. Maiyegun today. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun today. Àní ẹ̀sùnràkì. lórí YouTube. And yes, we like. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. And yes, we like.
Onyedu Icon, Omeriwo n'Izu, Oniriwe ya, Abakare, Mama Dawura, Unapori Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's three. Unapori Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's three. Unapori Meri Nnamdi bu Onyedu Icon, Omeriwo n'Izu, Oniriwe ya, Abakare, Mama Dawura, Unapori Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's three. Unapori Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's three. Unapori Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's three. Unapori Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's three. Unapori Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's three. Unapori Meri Nnamdi.
I want to repeat that, right? It is Unapori Meri Nnamdi. Unapori Meri Nnamdi win the war. That's where we're going to start from tonight. I don't know if many of you have actually come across the recent news coming from the United Nations group, right? A United Nations group that considered the arbitrary, the illegality, the arbitrary extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, the culpability of Nigeria and Kenya in kidnapping him and then locking him up without real trial. So this time around, they have listed a 16-page indictment against Nigeria. You may be asking yourself, what is that going to be for us? What does that mean? I'll try my best to make you understand what that really means in the context of what is happening. But let me share a part of the screen with you when I'm going to try and read the part of that, indictment that just came yesterday. A very huge one, significant one, especially against Nigeria, who have spent billions of your naira trying to sell the propaganda of IPOB as a terrorist organization. Now, it is not so. Now, listen to this. I'm going to read it in parts, okay? Let's put it this way. Hang on. So I am going to read from the part where they demanded for the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu and why, and how did they arrive at their own conclusion. That is what we've concluded on ages ago. Now, indictment on the way. Read this, right? In quote, it says that a 16-page report dated July 20, 2022 was adopted on April 4 by the Working Group on Arbitrary Detention at its 93rd session held between March 30 and April 8, 2022. The unedited version of the document cited by the niche, this particular website, was marked opinion number 25/2022 concerning Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, that is Nnamdi Kanu, against Nigeria and Kenya. So this working group on arbitrary detention was established in Resolution 1991/42 of the United Nations Commission on Human Rights. Now, in accordance with its method of work, the working group on December 30, 2021, transmitted to the Nigeria and Kenya government a communication concerning Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. Let me use that short, right? Now, In part, let's go back to this, right? They said, the working group said in report that Kanu was a victim of state persecution as Nigeria failed to provide convincing explanations with proof that he is guilty of treason and other criminal allegations leveled against him. Noting the failure of the government to establish what actions of Mr. Kanu amounted to such criminal acts and how, and observing the lack of any evidence that any of his actions may in fact amount to such crimes, Nigeria hasn't proved anything. And we have been saying this for years now, right? So the working group concludes that Mr. Kanu is in fact being persecuted for the peaceful exercise of his rights, most notably his freedom of opinion and expression. Some of you have been asking, why is it that as your government in Nigeria continue to run mad every time Nnamdi Kanu has something to say about Nigeria and about Biafra, right? That as they run mad in Nigeria, how come those utterances never violated the law of the United Kingdom government? Is because his right says he has the right of expression and opinions. Even if his opinion, in a way, if you feel it like they do in Nigeria, any contrary opinion is considered as an incitement. What they have fed you for years now for keeping him illegally and committing crime, doing so, right? Nnamdi Kanu never committed any crime other than what your government said they believe he committed by his broadcasts, right? Let's continue. In the present case, the government of Nigeria has presented no exceptions permitted under Article 19(3) of the covenant, nor is there any evidence to suggest that Mr. Kanu's exercise of his right to freedom of opinion and expression was anything but peaceful. In fact, the government has chosen not to provide any explanation for the arrest, detention, and subsequent proceedings against Mr. Kanu. In these circumstances, the working group concludes that Mr. Kanu's detention is thus arbitrary under Category 2, United Nations Working Group said. In their 16-page dossier, right, in part, in the present case, as they put it here, Mr. Kanu was not furnished with an arrest warrant by the Nigerian authorities, nor was he promptly informed of the grounds for his arrest in Nigeria. Consequently, the working group finds that Mr. Kanu's continued deprivation of liberty violates his rights under Articles 3 and 9 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Then Article 9 of the Covenant and Principles 2, 4, and 10 of the Body of Principles, and constitutes arbitrary detention under Category 1. Turning to the uncontested allegations that following his rendition to Nigeria, Mr. Kanu remained in pre-trial detention, with his trial having been scheduled to commence in January 2022. The working group recalls that it is a well-established norm of international law that pre-trial detention should be the exception rather than the rule, and should be ordered for the shortest time possible. Put differently, liberty is recognized under Article 9(3) of the Covenant as the core consideration with with detention merely as an exception. Continue. Therefore, detention pending trial must be based on an individualized determination that it is reasonable and necessary for such purposes as to prevent flight, interference with evidence, or the recurrence of crime. Such determination was not carried out in the present case, in violation of Mr. Kanu's rights under Article 9(3) of the Covenant. Further, in accordance with Article 9(3) of the Covenant, an arrested person is to be brought before a judge within 48 hours. This was not satisfied in the case of Mr. Kanu, and the working group therefore finds a violation of Article 3 and 9 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 9(3) of the Covenant, and Principle 2 or Principle 11, 37, and 38 of the Body of Principles. This is from the United Nations body, by the way, in case if you are just joining us and wondering what is going on, right? Now, furthermore, in order to establish that a detention is indeed legal, anyone detained has the right to challenge the legality of his or her detention before a court. As guaranteed by Article 9.4 of the Covenant, the working group wishes to recall that according to the United Nations Basic Principles and Guidelines on remedies and procedures on the rights of anyone deprived of their liberty to bring proceedings before a court, the right to challenge the lawfulness of detention before a court is a self-standing human right, which is essential to preserve legality in a democratic society. This right, which is in fact a preemptory norm of international law, applies to all forms of deprivation of liberty, to all situations of deprivation of liberty, including not only to detention for purposes of criminal proceedings, but also to situation of detention under administrative and other fields of law, including military detention, security detention, detention under counter-terrorism measures. Moreover, it also applies irrespective of the place of detention or the legal terminology used in the legislation. Any form of deprivation of liberty on any ground must be subject to effective oversight and control by the judiciary. This was also denied to Mr. Kanu, thus violating his right under Article 9.4 of the Covenant. Finally, turning to Mr. Kanu's pretrial detention in Nigeria, the working group recalls that according to international human rights law, in particular, Article 9.3 of the Covenant, any person detained while awaiting trial is entitled to trial within a reasonable time or otherwise shall be released. Article 14.3c of the Covenant also guarantees the right of anyone charged with a criminal offense to be tried without undue delay. In the absence of a substantive response from the government of Nigeria, the working group finds no legitimate grounds for the delays in the trials against Mr. Kanu. Consequently, the working group finds that the government of Nigeria failed to establish a legal basis for the detention of Mr. Kanu. His detention is thus arbitrary under Category 1. The United Working Group said that both the Nigerian and Kenyan government should take responsibility for Kanu's right violations. The working group wishes once again to underscore the collusion between the government of Kenya and Nigeria in the rendition of Mr. Kanu, and reiterates that both governments bear joint responsibility for any of Mr. Kanu's rights in Kenya and Nigeria. The working group has already established in its discussion of the detention of Mr. Kanu in Kenya that he was arrested and detained due to the peaceful exercise of his rights. See paragraph 52, 54 above. The working group notes that the sources has argued the same in relation to Mr. Kanu's arrest, detention, and trial proceedings in Nigeria. Notably, the government of Nigeria has chosen not to address the substance of these allegations. The working group notes that it is not contested that Mr. Kanu is accused of the crime of conspiracy to commit a treasonable felony through an agreement with others to be broadcast from London. In view of the establishment of a Biafran sovereignty, the source notes that while treason consists of levying war against Nigeria under Nigerian law, the federal government of Nigeria does not allege any action implicating Mr. Kanu in the contemplation, planning, or incitement of war against Nigeria. I hope you are listening, by the way. This is not just for reading's sake. It is just for you to know, those of you who have heard about the United Nations report, this or that. This is for you to know the part, or should I say, the choice of words in their verdicts, in their reports. And pay attention very well because they are so important than the lies they have been feeding many of you for years now, violating the right of an innocent man, framing him up and killing innocent people just to prove the point that they were right when they are not. Now, I am going to take this up again, this particular paragraph. The working group notes that it is not contested. They did not contest this, that Mr. Kanu is accused of the crime of conspiracy to commit a treasonable felony through an agreement with others to be broadcast from London in view of the establishment of a Biafran sovereignty. Okay? They said Nnamdi Kanu, according to Nigeria, which they can't prove, they said Nnamdi Kanu, right, is planning with others under Nigerian law to wage war against Nigeria via his broadcast in London, with others, via his broadcast in London. But they couldn't establish that. They couldn't prove any of that. Now, listen to this. The source notes that while treason, listen, treasonable felony consists of levying war against Nigeria under Nigerian law. The federal government of Nigeria does not allege any action implicating Mr. Kanu in the contemplation, planning, or incitement of war against Nigeria. If you are watching me from Nigeria, what this particular statement simply means is that your government in Nigeria they are saying they are charging Nnamdi Kanu for treason. Okay? And treason means somebody planning, right, to wage war. That means maybe your military trying to stage a coup. A coup is a war against established authority, Abi. So, Nnamdi Kanu is accused of staging a treason, right? Conspiring with others. But for the past 1 year, they couldn't bring out every one of those is planning to wage war against Nigeria with. They couldn't present any. That's what that statement means, right? Now, let's continue. The source argues that Mr. Kanu was in fact advocating for a peaceful referendum for the establishment of a Biafran sovereignty in conformity with international and other relevant laws. When you hear the source, I'm still coming to that. That source is the source, which is his own legal team. This time around, Bruce Fein, he pulled this off, by the way. The source who went to this United Nations human rights group to argue the illegal detention, arbitrary arrest, extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu, all the illegalities committed by Kenya and Nigeria, took it to this body who has now put more credence to what you and I have been saying all this while. And what is that going to be for us? I'll tell you at some point. Right. The working group recalls that freedom of opinion and expression, as expressed in Article 19 of the Covenant, is an indispensable condition for the full deployment of full development of the person. It is essential for any society and constitutes the foundation stone for every free and democratic society. It also recalls that freedom of expression includes the right to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas of all kinds, regardless of frontiers, and that this right includes the expression and receipt of communications of every form of idea and opinion capable of a transmission to others, including political opinions. Similarly, in Resolution 12/16, the Human Rights Council called on states to refrain from imposing restrictions which are not consistent with Article 19.3, including on the discussion of government policies and political debates. Reporting on human rights, engaging in peaceful demonstrations or political activities, including for peace or democracy, an expression of opinion and dissent, religion or belief, right? So as working group, by the way, they said the source are submitted and the government did not address that Mr. Kanu was denied effective legal representation. The working group considers legal representation as being a core facet of the right to a fair trial. Legal assistance should be available at all stages of criminal proceedings, namely pre-trial, trial, and appellate stages, to ensure compliance with fair trial guarantees. Any denial of access to lawyers substantially undermines and compromises an accused individual's capacity to defend him or herself in any judicial proceedings. As the working group has stated in principle 9 and guideline 8 of its basic principles, persons deprived of their liberty have the right to legal assistance by counsel of their choice at any time during their detention, including immediately after the moment of apprehension, and must be promptly informed of this right upon apprehension. Now, access to legal counsel should not be unlawfully or unreasonably restricted. Now, you can read more about this verdict. Is so detailed. Everything addressed, all the illegalities that we have been talking about for some time now. But here is the taker. The taker here is this. We know Nigeria have been spending so much, not just spending money. They have also been committing even further crimes in order to justify the illegal detention of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, where is this going to lead Nigeria? It's going to be one of the medal, this medal that they're going to give to the APC, Egbekegbe, okay? Who chose, right? Who chose to declare war on the people who were demanding for a referendum, a choice, a chance, or let me say a shot at their future, if they still want to be part of a Nigeria or not. And listen to this. Even those who actually claim to be the owners of Nigeria, yeah, as we speak right now, right, they themselves, they are scared and worried because you know what? They have no idea where they are taking Nigeria to with them. Or should I say, especially those of them who came from the southern part of Nigeria. The situation has gone to the head. And here is the facts. Today in Nigeria, terrorists are celebrated. Terrorists are worshipped. In fact, terrorists are spoken on behalf of by the same people who promised you safety. The same people, right, who promised you, prosperity, protection, whatever it is that they are actually giving to you in Nigeria today, right? But if you therefore question their failures, especially now that many people have come under the attacks of their favorite, sector, the terrorist of Nigeria. If you speak up as an activist, you might be killed. You'll be lucky if you are sent to jail, right? In Nigeria, just a few days ago, right, as they are already taking you to Lebanon, already taking you to Turkey, and taking you straight down to Afghanistan, then telling you to what? To not panic. No, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, there's a lot to worry about. A few days ago, from the blues, a terrorist leader, somebody who was part of those who carried out the Jangebe. Is it called Jangebe in Zamfara? You remember that February 2021 kidnapping of school children that lasted for just about 6 or 5 days? And Zamfara state government had to pay the terrorists some money. Aha. Well, the guy came out. Let me see if I still have his face here. Check. You will remember. No, I don't. Sorry about that. This guy popped up from nowhere in Zamfara, right? And he got a title that came with a warlord title from a community in Zamfara state that came with a juicy package of 3.8 million naira every month tax that the community must be paying to him if they want to be safe from the terrorists. The last 3 years alone, yeah, they have created the den of terrorists. Not just den of terrorists, they created the den of billionaire terrorists. They know them. They pumped your money into their hands. They also monitored you, pay ransom to them. Then they declared this guy wanted in Katsina State. Katsina State is Boko Haram State, by the way, the president of Nigeria. They declared him wanted. Last year, after cashing out big time, he collected 500 million naira from the governor of Katsina State, the massacre of the state. I'm talking about this guy. Look at his face. This guy. Yeah, he paid them. He gave them 500 million naira for peace. That deal right, saw the terrorists releasing over 1,200 captives, 500 million naira cash in that same Nigeria. And do you see the soldiers? Do you see the security? Do you see the DSS? That's the state governor on your left. Few days after collecting the money from him, after taking these pictures, they sent soldiers, right, after this same terrorist. And guess what? This guy, he killed 14 of them right there, right then, and disappeared, only to reappear later in Zamfara as Sarikin Fulani. Suddenly, everybody was surprised. No, guess what? When they asked the police in Zamfara, why did you not arrest him? You are there where they are doing coronation for him as Sarikin. This is a killer, a murderer, a terrorist. How did you actually manage to throw this big party for a terrorist? But what they didn't tell you was that the community had to give him that Sarikin because that is their own security. That is their own insurance that their children will not be kidnapped, that their farms will not be, their husband, their wives will not be killed. And with that package of crowning him as their lord there, they will be paying him 3.8 million naira tax. The entire community, they knew about it. The community was abandoned. I told you, there are many, many communities in northern Nigeria today that have been handed over to terrorists completely. There is no military, there is no police. They don't go there in Nigeria of today. And guess what? Over 60% of northern Nigeria is controlled by terrorists. Different kind of terrorists as we speak today. Highways, communities, villages, no joke. This guy was so bold enough, right? And they announced that they were going to make him their Sarikin Fulani. The police were there, DSS, everyone was there. They saw him. But they didn't believe that I was going to make it to the social media. Immediately he made it to the social media. They approached the state commissioner of police. Hey, this guy is a declared wanted terrorist from Katsina State. This is a guy who traumatized and even killed school children in Katsina State, in Niger State, in Yobe State, in a few other places like that. They have been looking for him. Katsina State declared him wanted. How did you miss him? Do you know what they say? The commissioner of police said he wasn't declared wanted by Zamfara. That's why they couldn't arrest him, because he was only declared wanted in Katsina State. Okay, Katsina police. Now, they found this guy in Zamfara. What are you waiting for? Oh, the reason why we cannot arrest him is because we don't have jurisdiction to Zamfara. Do you see how they are playing the game? And that is the reality of Nigeria. There is this documentary that is coming out in the next few days, a BBC African Eye documentary. It is documentary on these terrorists who have gained so much notoriety in Nigeria and so much wealth, right? The Nigerian security, the Nigerian DSS. How many of you remember, by the way, when Sheikh Osama bin Gumi was moving mad? He was able to locate all of the locations of all of the terrorists called the Fulani terrorists in northern Nigeria. Do you remember that? Do you still remember that? Right? Exactly. Gumi said that those who were criticizing him, they were just trying to play politics. He was working on the mandate of the northern governors and the northern political class to go and find solution, including the Nigerian military, the Nigerian police, because they provided security for him. Now, look at this. In northern Nigeria, terrorists who put Nigeria's name on the map as a terrorist capital of Africa. The second, the second capital for terrorism in the entire world. Second country with the highest terrorism in the whole world. The region that put us there, the terrorists are living large. Because it is the same political class from northern Nigeria, including this Were that is about to become your vice president, Okolu. They said if the Niger Delta militants could be paid, if they could be made billionaires, If they could make them to own, Porsche cars, build the mansions, flying boats, and all of those stuff, they could do the same thing for these Sahelian terrorists that are found home in Nigeria. These guys are the ones who spoke for them, right? And then Sheikh Osama bin Gumi said, you guys don't know what is actually coming upon you. You would have to learn how to part some certain things if you want to live in peace. In fact, if you want to live at all. He said all of his movements, Nigerian government knows about it. Everywhere he went to, every terrorist he met, all of them that you saw the pictures, the videos, right? There were policemen there, there were soldiers there. The same people who are also coming under serious attacks in the hands of these terrorists. But guess what? The state policy is that they are not terrorists. They can't charge them for treason. Guess what again? These are the people who have told us that Nigeria was ripe to be an Islamic country. They are not hiding it. But those ones who claim to be educated, right, who also allowed them to become what they have become today. I am talking about their political class. They will tell you that Nigeria is not about Islamization, this or that. But guess what? Are you beginning to notice the intolerance among yourselves today? Most of them breeded by the religious intolerance. Are you noticing that yet? Or you are still not paying attention, Abi? Right? You know it. That Nigeria, right, is ruled by two laws, right? Northern Nigeria has their different ones, including those who are facing the persecution against those laws, against their wills, by the way, yeah, because of who they are or the religion they follow, the Christians. In Southern Nigeria, there's a different laws for us as well. Now, this is where you understand it. The terrorists are known. The politicians knows them. The mullahs know them. They can locate them anytime. They deliberately wanted them to be what they are today, because whether you like it or not, the extremism is now brewing and brewing in the south as well. Are you not noticing? Not yet, Abi. You will notice soon. In fact, you may have to feel it soon as well. So for terrorism, we are brandishing guns from northern Nigeria, right? Nobody can see them according to this criminal. Your government can see them. But journalists can see them. Gumi can see them. They can speak out. And guess what? There is a documentary coming out in 2 days. When the documentary comes out, when you see the terrorists talk, when you see their victims talk, and as usual, you should get angry. But maybe, just maybe, you won't just get angry. You can see through. Your anger can breed a little level and a bit of understanding to help you understand what you are into. As long as Nigeria remain Nigeria, we are done for. You know, Lebanon, what they deceived them with then was that they are multicultural, they are multi-traditional, multi-religious, multi-disorder. Everyone is welcome, open borders, and all of that stuff. Yes. Today, when you hear about Lebanon, you know what you'll be hearing? Bomb blast, boom, 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 where extremists have taken over the country. It all started from the 70s. Yeah, it did start from the 70s. Today, when they say Lebanon, you will see the jihadis like this. Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, killing people for Allah. Now you are witnessing that in Nigeria already. Guess those who are actually making it easier? Those ones who are not putting a bedsheet on their head, those ones who are not shouting Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. They are those ones who are shouting one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria, without any real substance. Terrorists are billionaires in Nigeria, because that's exactly what it's going to be. Until you are going to get to a stage where are we not fighting for a job in southern Nigeria now? Have you not started fighting for a job? Have you not started that? Have you not started questioning Christian versus Muslim as well in southern Nigeria? Now, so it go be. Give it as long as Nigeria remain as it is, in the next 10 years, you will be smelling, if you last that long, you'll be smelling the Lebanon worse than it. Afghanistan, that is pure loading now. What is this guy talking about? Don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what Nigeria is now. A place where jihadists, extremists, right? Pure, cold-hearted tribalists, genocidists are profiling people based on whatever they think. Just like in the Hood, when they profile, we profile you, you are a Jew. Oh, we profile you, you are a Gentile. You profile you, you are this or that. That's exactly what you are witnessing in Nigeria. You know why it is working that way? Because the extremists, the religious fanatics, the bunch of terrorists, they have gained access to all of your institutions, compromised them, and you are not paying attention. Of course you are not. They said, get PVC, get PVC. Somebody said when they killed about 40 soldiers in Borno 4 days ago. And like always, it is now old news. Those 40 men who died in the hands of the terrorists that is always going to get paid in Nigeria, right? I wish they could pick up their PVC too. Get your PVC and use that to slice the throat of the terrorists. Do that. They've taken over your every institution in that place, and you always play in that circle and in that circle, and you end up in the same place. And what do you think will end it? Armageddon. That is where it is taking every one of us. You know why? The rogues who knows that Nigeria is burning. Nigeria is done for. Oh dear. Oh, your beautiful Nigeria. Under these rogues, they finished us. But you can save Nigeria. Do you know that? You can save Nigeria. You can save Nigerians. We can save ourselves. By breaking it up. When you break the hold as it is, you have caught the cancer. The extremism, the religion extremism, the bunch of vampires who are going to play on your mind. They're going to play on your good heart. They're gonna play on your emotion. They're gonna play on your kind-heartedness. They're gonna play on your open-mindedness. And once they are close by, you are as dead as dodo. But when you caught it, you caught the cancer. How? Nnamdi Kanu asked for referendum. He didn't ask for war. No, he never asked for one. Most of the time, as reactionary as he can be, as fire blazing as he can be, is always very, very clear. We know that what we are demanding for will trigger you. We know that the demand for the Biafrans to leave Nigeria is going to keep triggering you. It's going to cause a lot of havoc. And we know it will trigger you to make a lot of mistakes. You are going to come for us. You are going to throw caution in the air. You are going to lose your mind. You are going to target us, profile us and even kill us. But you will think that is going to dissuade us. You will think that is going to discourage us. But it won't. When you kill us, we will kill you. But we know in the end, the Biafra will come. That's exactly what he was telling you. Something that they said. He said he will kill soldiers. He will kill Buhari. He will kill Nigeria. Hello. Opinions and expression. Everything is purely political. You know that. Breaking up of Nigeria is political. Fusing Nigeria together is business, economical, but it is also political. It is political because it is economically advantage for those who put the whole charade together. When you want to break it up as well, right, it's going to take a lot of political will. Because you know why they are still keeping it together? It is because they are politically benefiting from it. When you demand for a political process that says people should decide if they want to be part of this or not, right? You are breaking something and they will fight back. That's what he said. You will kill us. We will kill you. We will fight back. We will defend ourselves. It was right. those under the freedom of expression did never constitute treasonable felony, ever. If I sit down here and I say, if they come for you, my people of Ibarakpa, my people of Igogon, my people of Okeogun, my people of Yewa, all of you, my people of, Yoruba land, if they come for you, shoot them, fight them, kill them before they kill you. You know what? Remember that phrase, if they come for you, because they will come for you. You're talking about self-defense, and that is part of a freedom of expression. It is not an incitement, never proven as an incitement. So do you want him to say, here, Biafrans, if they come for you, just pray to the Shukuke Abiyama to save you? Does that make any sense to you? He knew they would come for them. What they are asking for is to break the chain of a demagogue. The chain. The deadly, deadly slavery chain that they have used to chain us down. I said, break it. Break it. Do whatever it takes. Get yourself free. You're never going to be free. It's never going to be given to you. You should know. That's why he said, if they come for you, kill them. That's what he said. He didn't say, go out there and look for them and do this or do that. Then your government said that is freedom of expression taken too far. Hello. And guess what? Never for once on record did anybody identifying as a member of IPOB, a Biafran, went out to commit any crime in the name of Biafra. Never on record. Ever and never and ever. Ever. I'm saying this because I'm saying it. There are people who have actually done all their... Because if they have those evidence, Nnamdi Kanu's trial should be faster than this. Trust me. Oh, no. They don't need to spend this much. They don't have to kidnap him. They had nothing on him. They just had to keep him away. If possible, kill him. And then, what can we do to make this stick? We have nothing that will prove that Nnamdi Kanu, when Nnamdi Kanu said, defend yourself, clean your area of those who are coming to do this or that to you. He was right. That's the point. He was right. And there was no evidence of anywhere that anyone went out to do anything against anyone, ever. Rather, the people of Biafra land have come under serious, documented attacks from the Fulani terrorists. Even when Nnamdi Kanu is extraordinarily renditioned, kidnapped to Nigeria, locked up as it is right now, yeah? They are still killing people, trying to find something to stick. Nothing really stuck. Nothing. And what did he do? He said, let us go for a referendum. We can't, Fulani terrorists are still there. They did it in Ebonyi. They did it in Imo. They did it in Enugu. They did it in Anambra. And people are not allowed to defend themselves. They are not allowed to fight back. The policy, here is how, yeah? In Nigeria, in northern Nigeria, if you are a terrorist, you would be treated as someone or a group of disgruntled people who just feel angry. And because they are so angry with the system, they decided to kill people they could kill, they kidnap those they could kidnap, rape women as they wish, burn down villages as they want, but they can always repent. Therefore, let us put a policy in place that will allow them to, to get a bit of, pat in the back. Operation Safe Corridor. It is a program of government in Nigeria that allows terrorists to pass through free, whatever crime they might have committed. But in southern Nigeria, they are putting laws like social media bill, hate speech law. What they said constitute hate speech is like when you say, hey, the Fulani terrorists have attacked so and so, and you reported that that's hate speech for saying Fulani Fulani terrorist and all of that. You will go to jail for 14 years. A speech. And in order to douse detention, according to them, they decided to bring a bill, a law, so that they can make a law. The law that would then have to make the southern Nigeria, part of Nigeria, right, to part with a substantial part of their lands. Do you understand that? That's solution to all of this madness. Their solution. So Nnamdi Kanu said they are coming to take your lands. And they are not coming to negotiate those lands. They will kill you, send you to the refugee camps, take over those places. And when they are doing that, the government of Nigeria will back them. Hello? Is that not what is going on right now? Is that not what they happen? They are killing us left, right, and center, especially from southern Nigeria. We are not allowed to talk about it, but their government is busy trying to make laws that will stop the killing by all, by us parting with our lands. And guess what? That will continue to constitute even more problems, doesn't it? So it has gotten to that extremism that the ruling party, APC, Egbekegbe, in order to satisfy the insatiable lust for blood, and then the ambitious we will conquer them kind of attitude, they actually forced the hand of a desperate Yoruba man who want to be president of a disunited Nigeria to satisfy the wishes of the extremists who don't give a damn about anyone. Unity. Fuck that. They don't care. Who is Uni what? Well, let us balance the leadership so that nobody will feel shortchanged. Shut up your mouth. We don't need to balance it. This country is already having more Muslim than Christian. Have they told you? Or you are still one of those playing political correctness, Abi? They haven't said it to your face, or they haven't said it close to you, Abi? They are already saying it. Yeah. We already have the Yorubas. Me, a Yoruba man. A full-blooded Ijebu man. Ijebu. Today, I am being told that Nigeria, Yoruba, everywhere. Listen to this, no joke, you may be laughing, no, it's not funny. They said everywhere is now, Nigeria is a 70% Muslim and 20% Christian and others. People are already pushing that narrative. They say, what then is wrong if you have Muslim ticket? What they are telling you is that, you see all this extremism you are witnessing, all of these killings you are seeing. If they kill you, make you, now you then kill. Other people go live. It no matter. You know why that is possible? This madness is possible. It's because one Yoruba man want to be president of Nigeria, and he believed that Yorubas and then the Jiadis that control Northwest, I've been a Northeast, they call them. They will deliver him and make him president of Nigeria over the rest of the 200 million people. It doesn't matter. If they don't like, they can go to hell. That is because a Yoruba man wants to be president of Nigeria. Therefore, a Yoruba boy, a Yoruba girl, a Yoruba man and woman who is also suffering from this disjointed, disunited, fraudulent contraption is preaching and saying, what is wrong with that? Is it because we know they talk? You know, say Nigeria is a Muslim country. I don't know. Me, I don't want to be part of any Muslim country. Never. I don't want to be any part of any Christian country. I just want to be part of a nation that recognizes me and respects me as a human being, as a citizen. And I bet that the only place I can get that is nowhere else than Yoruba nation. A place where you, Muniru, that is about to become an extremist because Tifnumbu want to be president. You, Kabiru, you, Sule, you want to start proving that, including you, Shehu, you want to start proving that you are now extremist. It doesn't matter. You are an extremist. We know many of you who are closet terrorists. We know many of you like that in Yoruba land. We would have been able to deal with you on our own without Nigeria. But you see this contamination, you see this cancer is eating deeper, is going to consume everybody. You know what I mean? That's the only place I could I could feel safe. Yoruba land that they have brought terrorists to. It's not just unsafe physically. It's going to become so unsafe from you and your own brothers in the level they are taking you to right now. The same thing they did in northern Nigeria. Today, they will tell you, if you are not a Muslim in northern Nigeria, you are a minority. It doesn't matter your population. You know that? That cancer is eating us as well in southern Nigeria. And it is always gradual. Guess what? Maybe because I am a political scientist. Call me a political scientist. Okay? I am a political scientist. Therefore, I am a scientist. I can diagnose some few things politically. You may disagree, but guess what? I will get you thinking. You'll be thinking like, okay, yeah. The only place I can feel safe, I should feel safe, is becoming unsafe. For different things, I'll tell you one. Ambition of one desperate man and the lackeys, the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the Buharidins, the Buharididanis, the Buharidinotus, the Buharidijatus, the Buharishukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unnekaharis, the Lagos Abobakus, and these guys who have always been the leeches that gives lives to this cancer as well. Yoruba land is going to be unsafe. And you know why? It is because of the cancer of Nigeria. They are the same people that will do anything for the luster of offices that they get to the detriment of their own people. There are those who are also going to sit back there, possibly if that is going to guarantee them access to wealth and power. They will sit down there and discuss and tell you that, waterway bill is all right. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong in that. Waterway bills that gives all the water, all of the waterways in the entire Nigeria to the control of the federal government of Nigeria with a plan to gazette those places, right? And call them the federal government zones. You will no longer be able to near any water without permission. I mean, you will no longer be able to near 10 miles to any river, any water in any part of southern Nigeria. Yoruba land, you see everything. You will have to part ways with them, the lands that surrounds them, right? Without permission, you would never be allowed to near them anymore. But for greed and money, power, wealth, there are those who are willing to go that hog. But those people like us who knows that diagnosing what that is going to breed, it is going to bring even more bloodbath and death. So we rose against it. I don't know how long we're going to be able to fight it, especially when the voices that continue to awake the subconscious minds of the indigenous people in Nigeria are being silenced by this system. And many of us seems not to even be seeing it coming. They are coming to us. It's that cancer. If you want to stop it, before you let the Nigeria cancer kill us, before the cancer that Nigeria has become, before you let it hit us deep, religious division, tribal division, and so many other things, they are already planting them. The other day, I was reading something on Twitter, by the way, a very, very conversational platform, Twitter. And you know one thing, somebody shagari something, just came from nowhere, right? And I just dropped it. Man, Yoruba Muslims are so tolerant. Listen to this. Yoruba Muslims are so tolerant. I mean, they are the majority. But yet, they don't play the national politics. They allow the Christians among them, right, to control things and dictate things. Aha! Guess what? There were hordes of Yoruba Muslims. They started tweeting back. Oh, you are so right, Jiadi. It's true, Jiadi, my brother. We are so tolerant. We have been taking the bullshit from the Christians in this in this Yoruba land. Every small thing, they will be saying this or that. Meanwhile, they are saying it from the background of Tifnumbu's Muslim ticket, right? A Fulani or what's the other? Kanuri, maybe Fulani, maybe not Kanuri. Shagari's son tweeted that Yoruba Muslims are the most tolerant because they are not trying to muzzle the Yoruba Christians to silence them like they did in northern Nigeria. Now, if not, how dare your pastors talking? If all of you Yoruba Muslims are living, if you are up to it, you allow them, you think you are all equal, that is called dog whistle. Do you understand what that means? Because within us as Yorubas, we already have closet terrorists. They just don't have the courage to practice their belief publicly. But you see where Nigeria is going. The cancer is going to hit us. Yes, it will hit us. And you will begin to see them, Yoruba Muslims, right? Bombing churches, killing people. It's impossible. You haven't really met the Lagos Ababakus, have you? You haven't met the Oshogbo Alimajiris. Aha. I am warning you so that you would be prepared. And you are never going to get stabbed up close by that your own brother's son. It is a cancer. I am happy there are so many Yorubas who are already like, on that same page, Yorubas who say like, yes, that's how we are. We are not killers. We don't kill our people because of religion. We marry ourselves. We don't suspect ourselves, this and that. There are Yorubas who went there to say the same thing. Well, I was kind of like, well, I'm not surprised. I wasn't really surprised when I started seeing Yorubas who are like, my brother, you will see what we will do. This Ashiwaju own, this Ashiwaju for president. We know that there are Christians who wanted to make sure the Yoruba man, a Muslim, does not become president. We will never allow them. You know what I mean? And I'm like, hey, Yoruba man, Tifnumbu fẹ́ president. Tifnumbu want to be president. He decided to go and pick a Boko Haram sympathizer. Somebody who said, if they had their way, they would prefer Kwakwanso to come and help them kill the Igbos. So that all this gra of the Igbos will stop. Olofo olori ibu tori Tifnumbu. You now found your ally. Ally in Boko Haram terrorist. Some of you are now saying any Yoruba man that doesn't support your Jiadi is enemy of Yoruba. You will kill them, Neo. You will chase them out of Yoruba land. You will do this or that. Because if not, you are using your own hand to buy your own death so that you can cry and gnash your teeth in this no distant future. We know they are indoctrinating all of you. We know many of you are already in your different WhatsApp groups. You are already profiling those you will profile. All because of waiting. Just because you want to bring jihadists close to power. Ha! Omo Yoruba, I'm saying this to you so that you will understand the danger of what you are playing with. The man who contributed to the danger, Oban Paro, he himself is scared. All of them, they are scared. So if you are worried, my brothers and sisters, you have every right to be. No be Obasanjo be this.
Àti oyin ni Nàìjíríà olóró tá a ní lónìí nítorí pé àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ leader wa wọn ò ṣe ohun tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ní àkókò tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe wọ́n àti bóyá kó ṣe yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe wọ́n. Tá a bá continue báyìí gbogbo adé stage tó jẹ́ pé ní Sunday a ní lè worship ní church mọ́.
Bó ṣe máa jẹ́ nìyẹn. Because according to them, if you meet an average Oshogbo Alimajiri or Lagos Abobaku, even some of their aunties and their uncles abroad, I'm talking about the Abroadian Buhari idiots, the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, and the rest of them. They said whatever it takes. If you see any Igbo person trying to register, if you see any Yoruba man that is trying to go against Ifnumbu enemy, now they are beginning to create stories to make everyone who is signaling the danger, signaling you the danger. Even these people from northern Nigeria, they said, oh, more, now this one will finish Nigeria. And guess what they said? Tifnumbu doesn't care. He just want to be president. Just want to be president. Whether they call me Baba President, Mr. President, right? Whether they kill you, kidnap you, whatever it is, that's your headache. Just get out of here. But one day, truly, one day you are going to just sit at home. Yeah? And they will say, Mommy Okpe, hello church, Lenini. Oh, Daddy evangelist. But when the service, Lenny, I'm a shome service. Bemi Bashe Dari. Are you not going to church today, sir? I say, no. We, Holy Spirit said that we should worship at home today and pray. So let's do it here. They've already started. It is just going to get even more and more and more. That's why I'm asking you now that even if you didn't understand it before, these guys are done with Nigeria. Everything is like that's Nigeria. It is living on a borrowed time. And the rogues who brought you to this stage, they are not giving up. They continue to make mistakes that will continue to dip Nigeria in a further dip. They are not giving up. The fact that they are not giving up, right? If we continue to indulge them without grouping enough to stop encouraging them, listen to me, it's a cancer. You would wake up one day and you will be asking yourself, where are we? They say, well, you are welcome, right? You are welcome then to the new Lebanon, Afghanistan, which is joined together, Nigeristan. You won't be able to escape anything. But we can now, if you don't close your mind as you have always done, thinking that probably is another way. There's no other way. No other way. You see, no matter what it will take, no matter what route this whole thing take, right? It's going to come back to one thing. The people will decide that they are not, whether they are or not, going to be part of this anymore. That is what these northern criminals feared most. And that is what we are going to give to them all the time. I love the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu. I said something before. I said, remember something. If you want to fight, sometimes it's good to check your armory. Make sure you have enough firepower in your arsenal because you will need them, especially if you know the type of rogues you are going to be facing, like Nigeria, as it is. I respect so much, I respect so much the people who have done their best day and night, every now and then, all over the world, trying to take Nigeria to justice. But you know what is going to happen, right? With good resources in charge, right? I believe strongly that, yeah, Biafra is coming. Oduduwa nation or Yoruba nation is also coming. Because at some point, majority of those who were like, they want to give Nigeria the last shot. Let's give it one chance. Let's give it one more this or that. They will run out of patience soon. And they will see through the lies that they have been told for all their lives. And guess what? Every day, more and more people are beginning to see that. But somehow, there's always more distractions here and there. Expectedly, yeah? With good resources, yeah? You see these rogues that are perpetrating this in Nigeria, not only that justice will be done, not only that Nigeria will eventually take the peaceful part of breakaway, and then let every region create their own future for themselves, right? In the next, in the next few months, They are going to make more mistakes. They are, certainly. And you see those who are like walking behind this, like I said before, yeah, I have so much kind of a confidence in this team who have been, it be like people who want kill a giant, yeah? If you want to kill a giant, there's so many ways you have to bring out, bring him to to his knees, right? How do you do that? You can do it by every, every space you can get. And that's exactly what they are doing. Nnamdi Kanu has become a big clog. You know what I mean? A big clog for those who put all these plans together. Now they don't know what to do with him. They don't. Some of them are now trying to walk a way of easy way out for themselves, right? By at some point claiming to have come to a sort of a clemency. You know what? We'll just let Nnamdi Kanu go. I'll pardon him without trial, without anything. A face-saving method. But you know what? These resources behind Nnamdi Kanu, behind the Biafra, behind the IPOB, right? They have the names of everyone that participated in the ongoing genocide, right? And this state-sponsored persecution of people that only asked for a referendum, they have their names. They are not escaping it. That's a different one. When they will no longer have Nigeria to protect them. I respect that a lot. I want a very strong legal and then structural team that works with freedom fighters enough that when they put the resources of states against those who try to wake the subconscious or consciousness of other people, when they put the resources of state against them, there should be the ready-made people's resources. There should always, ward off or fend off those attacks. I kind of wish that they never laid their hands on Nnamdi Kanu than them having him for every one of us all over the world to be demanding for his release and at the same time demanding for the Biafra referendum. Maybe it would have been a different ball game, but resources comes from the people who want something that's nothing can take away from them or take their minds away from. That's the zeal that I've seen in those working behind the scene tirelessly to get the leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, out. They are not just working to get him out, in a clean bill. They are working to make sure that his struggle, his legitimate struggle, becomes the focal point, the center point of the world politics. I love that. If you haven't seen through that, I am asking you to now. IPOB has the resources that some of you probably don't even know. Nigeria doesn't even know or didn't know that they have. For those of us who have seen through their activities, especially those who have worked their butts off to prevent the United States government from declaring IPOB a terrorist organization after lobbyists collected hundreds of millions of dollars from Nigerian authority. Please, we want it. We have declared them terrorists, but nobody is taking us serious. In Nigeria, we always say, we've prescribed them as terrorist organization, but the rest of the world, they are still welcoming them. They are still allowing them because they said they are not prescribed because they are not a terrorist organization. Can you help us make America help us prescribe IPOB? That's why I said that when they were bringing the toga of unknown gunmen on IPOB, I said, reject it quickly. Don't ever even celebrate them. Don't even share anything about them. Don't, because you have no idea those who were pushing the propaganda and why they wanted to own it. They wanted to accept all of these criminalities that they are doing out there against themselves, against their own people, killing their own officials as it is. Yeah, I said, don't accept it. Don't for any reason, because all those were set in motion in order to justify the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu and in order to make the work of their lobbyists in America to work easier. Tell America they have become terrorists. Yes, we know that they were only carrying flags. We know that they are peaceful, but because of their leaders, they have started committing crimes in the East. No, we have proof. Go and show it to America. They took all of those their proofs to America. The whole thing didn't see the light of the day. One single move from the IPOB, right, killed that. You may not understand what that simply means, but you would someday if you don't already. That's resources. That's something. You know, I keep talking about the time when, when they planned to kill Nnamdi Kanu. How many of you remember that in 2017, I believe, yeah? 2018, when they went on to try to kill him. And then we were watching the live broadcast from the house. The soldiers were out there shooting. Many people thought he was going to be killed. Then we saw them broke into the house. We saw the live video, gone dead. And Nnamdi Kanu disappeared. You remember all of that? Resources. I will respect those who have dedicated their lives to work mostly unseen to ensure that all of the effort, because some of you knows that Biafra struggle is huge. Nnamdi Kanu knew that. And that is why I believe he never declared the Biafra yet, because he wanted he wanted Nigeria. He knew Nigeria was going to make a lot of mistakes. The world is going to get the attention of that. And the more mistakes they make, the more or closer, let me say, the closer the realization of a Biafra will be. I am not just blabbing here. There's a record of over $1.5 million that the IPOB resource, the resource people put towards a lobbyist to kill whatever hundreds of millions of dollars the Nigerian government is paying all these faceless lobbyists to sell the idea that IPOB is a terrorist organization. You know, if they manage to push that through the Congress of America and indeed become something that America says, oh, IPOB is a terrorist organization, all of the IPOB, what do they call them? All of the IPOB, accounts will be frozen all over the world. Yes. Some people thought that. That's exactly what Nigeria wanted to happen. Some people thought that, and that didn't come from the blues. So I respect that, and I always wish that we have something so strong like that, especially for our own Yoruba people too. Then I just remember that we will build something close to that. Maybe we may not have that bigger, what have you, or even something bigger than that too. You never can tell. I studied that. I studied the significance of international politics that is helping to ward off the rogues sent all over the world to help kill Biafran struggle from abroad. You know why? Because Nigeria knows that Biafran struggle is being powered from abroad, especially the Biafrans who are seeing the deprivation, the state-sponsored genocide in Igbo land, and they will do anything to get their people out of this contraption. They will do anything. Well, they have done a lot. So how do you kill that? You make sure the rest of the world go after them and confiscate all of their properties that they can lay their hands on. Make it difficult for them to group. Make it difficult for them to raise funds. Make it so hard for them, right, to even communicate. If you can do that for us, we will deal with the ones in Nigeria. Especially, we can always deny the genocide against them. We'll continue to deny the state-sponsored killings against them. We can call that anything. What politics didn't work for Nigeria? Trust me, it didn't. The only thing that has worked so far is that those who were supposed to speak out for Biafra or speak against Nigeria, they are still getting the best deal from Nigeria now. But it won't be for long. Why? Because there are people also working to make sure that the effort to blacklist IPOB is completely rebuffed. That's not cheap. It's not cheap. Respect them. Even if you don't like them. Respect them. The wish of Nigeria or Nigerian government or this terrorist government in Nigeria is not good. If you have a chance of seeing through them, trust me, you can also be very, very paranoid. And you will be right too. Nothing like being paranoid when you see things happen before you, and some said it's not that bad. Is it when you become the victim? Is that when it's going to be really bad? So that's when they went for Nnamdi Kanu. They went for him really bad. Very hard. Same thing they did to Oloye Sunday Igboho. If the resources was not private, thank God for the resources that Igboho himself had. that at least kept him alive to this point. I may not go into details of that. But does Igbo have the organizational, what do you call it, kind of organizational resources like Nnamdi Kanu? No, it doesn't. Nobody has. And Nigerian government knows that. They also know that the agitation, the demand for Yoruba nation, the support base, the strength of it, the clarity of it is coming from abroad. So who told you that they have not already deployed resources to also shut us down too? So we beg on those who have actually been in the struggle to understand this as well. It is huge than what you can think. It is also very, very significant that finally, there is a part of the United Nations. It's not because they're going to come and do it for you, okay? But there is a part of them that now has the record of what they have done to Nnamdi Kanu on record with a report. 16-page report. Seriously. So Nnamdi Kanu is going to come out one day soon. Nnamdi Kanu is going to be given a chance to address a section of United Nations soon. He is going to present the challenges of the Biafrans, an average Biafran. Historically, what they are passing through in Nigeria today, evidently, he will present all of that before the world. And guess what? Many of you who don't like this, you are going to come back to say thank you to him. You're going to come back and say thank you to so many people, including those who have been sacrificed for this. Because that will be the genesis, the beginning of the clarity of cutting the cancer that is eating us so deep today. The cancer of hate, cancer of division, cancer of ethnic jingoism, cancer of religious fanaticism, the cancer of social classism, the cancer of, name it. All these things are cancer brought upon us by Nigeria. If we are not part of Nigeria, we will probably be treating a different one, a different cancer indeed. This particular one can only end not by this bogus unity begging. Let us come together. We should be united. Nigeria is a great country. Oh, indeed. We should all come together and be united. Oh, really? Unity is not just a word, my dear. No. Right? Unity is an act. You do it. Right? You don't beg for unity. When somebody is cutting off the head of my neighbor and is saying, I'm cutting this head off because this person is an infidel in the same country, you should define that. And you should never be afraid of having that conversation. Do you get that? Unity is not just a word. You don't say it. You do it. Same thing with patriotism. Patriotism is not just a word. It is an act. You do it. When you do it and you do it right, others will emulate. Then they will say, that is patriotism. In Nigeria, from the past and present, and those who are still going to be in charge, if it continues to exist, right? Nobody wants to really prove anything or walk any talk. They just want to give the command, let us all come together. This our country is a great country. We must work together. How do you work together when the terrorists are dangling the axe just around your neck, and they could just chop it off? And somebody's going to say, I don't agree with him cutting off your head, though. Although he's saying he's doing it for Allah. But you know what? If you didn't offend him, he won't do this to you, but I don't support him. Sorry if he cut off your head. What the hell, right? That is a cancer. Think about that. Our children cannot survive this if all of us continue to be politically correct about it. We are not asking for war. Listen to me, my dear. I'm not asking you to fight war that is not already on you. No. I'm asking you to fight to stay alive. And fighting to stay alive starts from the right information that helps you. Nigeria is not going to help you. It's not helping me. Although we have all been kind of trapped in it right now. But we can have it better. Being trapped into it as we speak, or keeping it as it is, is not in my own interest. It's not in yours. In all parameters, right? So what do you do? If you have a chance of breaking away from it, what would you do? Would you take it? Or would you pass? Or preach? I have proven it on this program many times, or many times again. I said, listen, if this is about patriotism, right? There is no patriotic Nigerian anywhere, alive, dead, or anything. No. They made you believe there is one. There is none. And I will prove it to you. You see, being patriotic about Nigeria is being honest. You need to be honest. Or being a patriotic person, rather, you should be honest. You should be human, right? You should be human and be real. Now, when you are honest and you are real, if you find yourself in a position of authority, right? Honest, real, human. Now, those combinations, right, will make you care more for care more about what your actions is going to be on the multitude, right? Not what your action is going to be or benefit you as a person individually. That will then turn you to maybe a monster, a partial one, or a full-time monster that will continue to back down others. Oh yeah, all of you sit down there. All of you stand up there. I am your leader. I said this to you. Do as I say. Don't do as I do. Listen to me. That is what all those who have claimed to be your leaders have been in the past, now, and they will be in the future. The templates, no patriotism in them. Stop deceiving yourself. If they were patriotic, listen. Oh man, there's no patriotic Nigerian. Have you seen any? Well, maybe you have seen a patriotic Yoruba man who stole money being part of Nigeria, right? They started sharing the money to the people they made poorer in Yoruba land. Oh, he's a patriotic one. He sent us to Mecca. He paid for my trip to Jerusalem. He made me JP. He turned me to Elijah. He's a very good man. He paid for my scholarship. They made you poorer so that you could beg for them. Well, he could be patriotic. To you, that's not patriotism. Humanity, service to humanity and honesty. If you do that seriously, you don't need to be a saint. Just do what you have to do. That is patriotism. And in record, there is no single one that's been patriotic to Nigeria from the creation. It's been one looter after the other, plutocracy after the plutocracy, plutocrat after one plutocrat, yeah? Then you have those who are relooting the return loots in Nigeria, and they are making laws to stop the relooters from relooting the return loots and blah, blah, blah. All this madness are all cancer eating us deep to show to you that patriotism is a fancy word they use to hoodwink you. Don't buy it. There's none. Patriotic. A failed place where the failed criminals continue to adorn public spaces. They continue to be opinion molders or, policy makers and all that. They've run out of all ideas. Now they have nowhere or nothing to take you out of the old jam. They just want everybody to just get used to it. How could you get used to this? How? You can't pray your way out of it. Listen, there is more you will have to do. And I put that to you. If anybody love Nigeria seriously right now, you can cut the cancer. It's eating us deeper. I want to worry about the children of Yoruba land first. Then I want to worry about all children generally. Because if if we are allowed to run our own affairs, do you know that taking care of our own children, especially from southern part of Nigeria or anywhere in the part of the world, I would say a priority that should have been a state policy would never, ever, ever, right? If we had that a state that has a protection for children, right, would never, ever, ever, ever pay huge amount of money to terrorists who hurt children, who harm children, who took children, raped them, put them in family ways, and not at the end of the day, they said they are repentant terrorists. A system that allows that is a cancer on a system on the people that never want to live like that. Do you understand that? So I would implore you to think this again. Nigeria is what you have right now, they say. But there's something that we had before Nigeria is first on us. And that thing is, as a Yoruba man, as an Ijebu man, is the humanity in me. Nigeria is not going to give us anything. It's not going to work. the criminals in Nigeria, the criminals in government of Nigeria will continue, right, to hold us down, but it's not going to be for much longer. They're going to make a lot of mistakes, okay? In their mistakes lies our liberation if we are ready for it. And when I mean ready for it, I am talking to you as a person right now, okay? They want you to get your people. See, I am not somebody who is going to be against you when you say you want to exercise your democratic right or your own fundamental human rights, whatever it is. I am not somebody who is going to stand up and say, oh, no, I'm going to stop you from doing that. I am not somebody like that. I am somebody who is going to let you sit down, think, okay, about your choices and the decisions you'll be making and the consequences of all those choices, especially if you have the background understanding of why you have to make those decisions in the first place, okay? Because if I ask for Yoruba nation, that is a fundamental human right of mine that nobody should accuse, nobody should stop me from advocating for. Nobody should attack me. Nobody should attack you. You should be bold enough, as people are going about there now shouting PDP, APC, Peter Obi and the rest of them. You as a Yoruba man who believe in Yoruba nation more, who don't believe in Nigeria, you have that right to go out there, right, and then confess and profess that belief, right, with all manner of description and languages you might want to use. But Nigeria won't let you have that. Do you understand? So even though I believe that's my own right, that Nigeria wants to take away from me, taking it away from you, scaring you away from exercising them, right, that does not give us the right to be like that same Nigeria and say, if you see anyone who is, campaigning for this or that, then you have to attack them. Don't do that. You will become the same criminals who are attacking you for demanding for Biafra, for demanding for Yoruba nation. You know what that means? It simply means that you are now in a banana republic where everyone says, shut up your mouth, stop asking for Biafra. And people are being killed for it. Shut up your mouth, stop asking for Yoruba nation. We want one Nigeria. And people are being killed or jailed or exiled for that. That is what you and I would then have to build up against to make sure that they never have that courage. They never have that strength anymore, right? To kill you, to attack you, or send you out of town, exile you simply because you choose never to be part of the charade called one Nigeria. Is your right? That is exactly where we should strengthen up. So that you see those who are telling you to shut up, right? They will never be able to tell you to shut up. In fact, they will be more willing to join you. And that resources is what we need to build. That's something I'm working on myself. And I know so many people are doing the same. It is what it is now. If the world got the attention of what they are doing to Nnamdi Kanu, if the world has the attention of what they are doing to Oloye Sunday Igboho, or anyone else that is being persecuted for what they believe in, right? If the world speak out for them, trust me, we can make the world speak out for that same cause that they are killing our people for. But we would have to do that in unison, not tearing ourselves apart. Don't understand why people do that, by the way. I will stop there for now. So I am, that's the part I actually wanted to bring on earlier. But maybe when I start taking calls, I can try and bring that up. I'm going to take a break. My tea is cold. And I'm going to take calls. So if you have been part of this all this while, you can pick up, you can pick up the phone, be part of this call if you want to. When I get back, I'll take a few calls, okay? I will be back. Don't go anywhere.
onye du aịkpọ o meriwo n'izu olile ya abakarị mama dawụra ụlọ pụrụ imeri Nnamdi win the war by thunders one by thunders two na by thunders three ụlọ pụrụ imeri Nnamdi win the war by thunders one by thunders two na by thunders three ụlọ pụrụ imeri Nnamdi bụ onye du aịkpọ o meriwo n'izu mbiro ya abakarị mama ndawụra unu apụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war by thunders one by thunders two na by thunders three unu apụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war by thunders one by thunders two na by thunders three unu apụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war by thunders one by thunders two na by thunders three unu apụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war by thunders one by thunders two na by thunders three unu apụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war by thunders one by thunders two na by thunders three unu apụghị imeri Nnamdi.
Thank you so much. Now I am keeping the line open. Sir, let me see this. Biola Bakari. By the way, thank you very much. I just got oh, you always said I should. Okay, I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm supposed to mention your screen name, by the way, Ma. So I am going to keep it that because I mention your screen name now, people will get to know your name and all that. So I'll keep it that way. So thank you very much for your generosity there. I just got something from you. Thank you, man. So I am keeping the line opened for everyone who might want to be part of it. Now I'll tell you the way it works, okay? You see that number on your screen? That's that number that is scrolling right there, yeah? Or let me say that scroll, yeah. Underneath it, you will see that WhatsApp number. If you dial it, you can be part of this conversation tonight for the next hour before we call it a night. Okay, so this United Nations on Human Rights on arbitrary detention, they have now recommended that Nnamdi Kanu should be released unconditionally after their report shows that not only is that Nigeria detaining him illegally, Nigeria has nothing against him, and they are not even ready to prove anything against him. So therefore, there is a violation of his right by Kenya and Nigeria, and for Nigeria in particular, keeping him in that place. So this will be the third international, verdict, in fact, indictment that is coming against Nigeria since they abducted the Nnamdi Kanu a while back. So, hello there. I have a caller.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Hello, sir. The Prince.
Happy weekend, Maiyegun General.
How are you, sir? Happy weekend.
Yes, Baba, I want to use this opportunity to congratulate all Biafrans.
They are hearing you.
All of Duduwa, Yoruba nation worldwide. The chicken is coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. You know. We're so happy. You know, a Roman Empire fell. When Hitler came up, he fell. These are the people that has all the atomic energy, atomic bomb, whatever you can call it, the kind of energy they've got, you know. And they are making all these things by themselves. But Fulani is buying. Fulani went to buy Tucano jet to keep everybody.
You see this terrorists they interviewed in this new BBC documentary, yeah? The guy said they collected over 600 million when they took all the Jangebe school children, yeah? And what did they use the money for? He said, we reinvested the money in weapons. That's what he said.
That is it. That's what they are. You know, Nnamdi Kanu said that they have over 30 multi-billion war chest.
Yes.
You know,
Financial
so
war
if you can
chest.
remember, yeah. Nnamdi Kanu, over many years ago, Nnamdi Kanu has seen into everything that they are planning against every ethnic nation in Nigeria.
That's right.
You know, so the good news is that Yoruba today nation are, have now known where they are going. They have seen the future in what they are pursuing. The middle belt also, everyone they are on. You see Autumn every day. He keep on clamoring. They too are tired because Danjuma is from middle belt. You know, his people are being killed. He's just keeping quiet because of the oil well that you see enjoying in Biafra land. You know, but yeah, people are dying. You are still interested in oil well. You know, so the thing is that we are very very happy that our effort, because this fight is to the last man standing.
That's right.
Both we abroad and those that are at home.
Yes.
Everyone has determined that is Biafra or Biafra or Biafra. Right. No going back on it. And that we must get, because the terrorism of the Fulani has reached it has reached heaven. Heaven is even aware, not even UN and EU. Thank you so much, my good general. The way you are dissecting all these things, I don't know. I don't know if only you is only this word that you are getting your inspiration. I believe it's from heaven, because you go too deep. You know, you go too deep. And
reading through that report kind of rejig me today, because it was like everything we've been saying all this while, right? We just never had the legal line, legal terms, and all of that to use. And I was so impressed that they detailed everything that they did to him, including torture, illegal detention in Kenya and everything. I'm like, man, I'm gonna talk about this tonight, because it's not different from what they would do to any of us if they lay their hands on us.
Oh, that's wonderful. Maiyegun, you are so unique, honestly. Even this thing brings me back to what happened yesterday. You know, someone called you and it was a kind of saying you are not saying it the way it should be. I wonder where that person is coming from. Is it coming from Jupiter or where?
Well,
maybe the person is not. No, it's not even people's opinion. I don't think he's a regular on this year program, because you are versatile. You touch it everywhere. In fact, what you are doing encompasses even the Yoruba, the Biafran, so the Middle Belt. So there's nobody. You are a foundation of other platforms. You understand? You are a foundation of other platforms. So for him to come and even say that you are not saying it enough, which way again can someone ever do justice on a topic or matter the way you've been doing it? Maiyegun, congratulations. Thank you so much. God bless.
Congratulations to you too. I mean, you know, we all want Mazi out, and I can't wait. Trust me, I have said that there are many things I would have loved to say, but I'm going to hold them to myself until the day he walks out of that place. Because you know what?
Baba,
it's always better to hold on.
Baba, you see, Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. I'm not just coming out. We don't want him coming out just to start talking again. It's Biafra. Into Biafra. That's where we are going. You understand? And Fulani knows this. They are just doing what they are doing is what you are watching film, the boss and the actor. You know, when it comes to the last fight, the boss who knows that he's gonna lose. He will start to destroy everything.
Exactly.
He wants to destroy everything they can lay their hand on. You know, so the terrorism you see at the Eastern the Eastern Bloc, the unknown government, unknown bishop, unknown soldier, unknown police, unknown DSS,
unknown governor, unknown government, unknown this and that. We know it's all deliberate. It's all deliberate.
You can see that everything is failing. Everything is failing because the foolishness of this Fulani.
Suddenly, unknown government okay East again. Have you noticed? Compared to the time that they were like pushing the Igbo presidency, Peter Obi, this and that, 3 months ago. Anything that happened in Eastern Nigeria and IPOB, anything, everything. Suddenly that one just died down in about 6 weeks now.
You know, Maiyegun, they don't know that they thought that the world is foolish. You know, the world is a global village. They don't know that whatever they are doing there in Nigeria, even in the dark, in the night, in the dark of the night, America is seeing it. America is seeing it. The intel of what is going on there is America that isn't giving to Nigerian security agents. So what kind of foolishness do they think that what they are doing, or that they are criminality, they want to say IPOB is terrorist organization? Why they are defense terrorists?
So they are spending so much money on it, and trust me, they thought they were winning.
They spend all Nigerian money to keep Biafra away from going, because they believe that that is their lifeline. Their lifeline is depend on the resources of the South. You know, they believe that, and if Biafra go, the South, everybody will go.
They said that if Biafra says they are going, if they allow you to really push for that referendum, you know, be only una go. You are going to trigger a domino effect that a lot of ethnic nationalities in Nigeria will decide to go too. Because you know, one thing people don't understand about referendum is that now the Igbos go to decide the referendum. Nigerians don't go participate. Nobody in any part of Nigeria will participate. Only Igbos themselves will participate, decide their fate, right? But some people don't know why they don't want that to happen. It's because if the Igbos should try it and they should vote yes and leave, the rest of Nigeria will break up within 10 years. Like fast, like that. The Prince.
Yeah,
go on. You want to add something? I wanted to say goodbye.
I say even the way it's going, we might not even have anything like referendum. Biafra will just leave the way it's going.
Okay.
They don't even know, you know.
Thank you.
They don't even know.
I'm only talking about why they never wanted it to happen. They never wanted anything to even make that conversation on. You know what I mean? It's because they know that if it should happen, it will trigger domino effect all over the place. People will begin to say, we said no, they stay again, no, they leave. Like the Yorubas.
Yeah, right. It's gonna happen. They can't hold it. They can't hold it because nobody will live with this terrorism forever.
Nobody
will.
Not
possible. No nation can progress with it. No.
Thank you so much, Baba.
No, thank you so much.
Another one.
Bless you. Bless you. Yeah, right.
And you
thank
too.
You,
That's Prince Jejeman. So I 1 moment. I have another caller, by the way. Hello there. I don't know if it's connected. Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. I'll take another one and see. Hello.
Maiyegun.
Sir.
Oh boy.
See
Who download your history? Who download your history?
I say, if somebody no meet history, he will meet word of mouth. So now word of mouth.
Yes. I call you because I love the Arab tips that you throw into the picture for people to understand how the mind of stupid religion has brought a lot of people into disarray.
Yes, and it is always gradual.
Now,
people think it's always sudden. There's nothing sudden about what is going to happen to us.
No. You never sudden. But Maiyegun, let me greet the house. All the houses I greet you now. Prince Jejeman, that man is a real devotee. May God Almighty bless him and let him witness the coming of Biafra.
Amen.
And he shall taste and enjoy it. That's my prayer for him. That guy really tried. They have tried. We've met in a lot of occasions.
Yes.
Where we shall join them, but they don't know who I am because I always like to be low key and watch.
I don't even know who you are myself. Every time, sometimes you use a number, I will think maybe it's in Cyprus. I will see a number, it will be like in America. Then I'll see another number, it will be like in the UK. And I always wanted to ask you, but remember, you are the CIA of this platform, so there's no point.
No, brother, I'm just praying that one day Yoruba will stand and somebody like me can render my service in the aspect of intelligence to prepare the mind of our people. Now, let's go back a little bit further. According to the book of the Jews, which they call Bible, there's some countries in that book, in the Chronicle of Bible, the Chronicles of Jews. There's some countries among the whole nation when Israel was destroying people, destroying some country to go to Canaan life. God intentionally instruct them that this also country do not destroy them because I have given the land to their father. Those countries, one of them is Bahrain, which is why you will never see Israel to fight with Bahrain forever. Now, why do I bring this topic? Is because of what you said. Some people forgot that no matter what Fulani do, they can never take the land of Yoruba.
Well,
brother,
that they will use the Yorubas to make it easy. And it seems that that's on
they don't understand. They don't understand. Even we, the Yorubas, do we really understand ourselves? If you look at the family meeting that we conduct sometimes, you will see that some people can rake, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, it's just a simple word that they will say to them, the matter will settle. You understand?
I'm with you.
They don't understand Yoruba, and because they don't understand us, they can never take our land. That one for sure. Let us not forget. People will die, but they can't. So that's why I reference Yoruba to those people that God has given the land and instruct Israel not to destroy. We are part of those people. That is a minor history there. Do you see the Lebanon you talk about?
Yeah.
Maiyegun, I myself have lived in that country before. 2005, when their prime minister was killed, there's a mark in my tummy as I'm talking to you now, in my belly. If we fortunate to see each other, I will open it for you. Remember me, I will open my clothes, you see. Yeah. The shrapnel of the blast that killed the Hariri hit me in that belly. Thank God I wear double jacket. Thank God I wear double jacket. I was cleaning something on the window nearby this in at the downtown Beirut that day. It was third week that I left that country. Before that blast, the man that me and him were working together called me and told me that there's a problem coming in Lebanon and Syria. That I should start packing my load. That we should be going. Now, do you know why the prime minister was killed? How he was killed? He was told that they're going to kill a big man in the country that time. But he thought there was a man they call Walid Jumblat. If I'm not lying, anybody who knows Lebanon will know the Walid Jumblat. That man is one of the powerful politicians there. Very strong man. He thought that man they want to kill, that is not him, Rafik, that they will kill. Because he called that man, the general that told me this thing. That day, the general told me that I should leave. That I was, he said, Rafik, call, there's a name they used in Arab. He said, he called John Black that they want to kill somebody, but he kill him because he thought he has all the security. My brother, the TMT that killed this guy is about 100 meters long. So that, because you know how the convoy of his car go. Then, how did we get to that place? I want to give them, please, where I'm going it's not far, but where I'm going, the branch is a bit far. Do you know how they killed that guy?
I would say don't go too far, okay, because of our time as well.
Yes, that's why. Now,
tell us.
During the olden days, South Beirut was full of seculars. But they could under the disguise that we want to attack Israel. Yeah, under the disguise that we will attack Israel, we will defend Lebanon. That is when they now carry themselves and join Shiite. Then joining the Shiite, the North Lebanon are majority Sunni, Muslim. The West is in the middle of that country. The West of that country is secular, complete secular. You can't call them Christian. Because the life they live there is even more than America. But gradually, if I'm telling you today that the secular that we are talking about, they are not up to 10% today, you will not believe.
Not anymore now. They are not even up to like 10%. They said. They started growing. They started feeling like, why are you doing that? Because their religion doesn't allow that. They were like, why are you, in the people's places, so where they have been like that for, all their lives. And before you know it, they started killing them.
They are even the same. Like Yorubas, some Yorubas are Muslim now. That they are saying now. That's how they started. So that brought us to Muslim, all this noise. Even though a lot of things have been happening since early 80s, but nobody pay attention Yoruba land. When all these our Pentecostals start their this thing, some Muslims fanatics has also injected themselves in the midst of Christians, pretending that they are doing crusade, joining them, while they're doing the underground to convert a lot of people. So, brother, it's only God can help us when it comes to that Nigeria something. But to my own conclusion, let everybody pray for the Yoruba to come. Anybody who knows Kosovo, if you have been, I've been in Kosovo, I've been in Albania, I've been in Serbia, Montenegro, I've been in Serbia and Montenegro. Brother, if you go there in the early year 2000, 2002, 2003, up to 2013, when you go there, you will see the differences. Go to Serbia today, my brother. You will never believe that they forever fought war. The country has changed completely. They upgrade themselves, develop. If those countries can survive, why can't we Yoruba do the same and try liberate ourselves? Let us go. All this will be this to do good that fake this thing. All of them, they are only fighting for their pocket, which they are foolish, as Bible said. They don't know who will inherit them. All the one about Abacha, loot. In Lebanon, Abacha built a house worth more than $25 million. The house is now belongs to Lebanese government. In Spain, Mobutu Sese Seko built the largest supermarket during his time. The supermarket was taken over by Spanish government. Why are they keeping the money they cannot spend?
JJ,
brother, let's
thank you so much for being part of it tonight as well.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's JJ for you. So if you are still watching us and you want to be part of the conversation, the number is on the screen. Okay. Usually it shouldn't take that long, but there are members who like to go all hog. You know what I mean? So hello there. Oh, he lost that. We lost that call. Okay. So the line is still kind of open. Let me see. Hello. Hello there. Somebody who is listening to his broadcast rather than listening to the phone. Hello there.
Hey. Hello. Baba.
Hey. Hello there. How are you?
Baba. I'm okay. Maiyegun the general. I'm a Kaleo. I could do it. I let me come back here. Yes. Okay. Second caller, I'm mobile 35 so the second caller is right because no one Lebanon will go by. I spent at least 6 years in Lebanon.
Wow. Beirut.
I spent yeah. But we continue second caller so is 100% correct. But I'm going to little analysis there. Bí Lebanon ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ bó tó di pé àwọn Hezbollah àwọn take over bó tó di pé wọ́n introduce Muslim something yẹn. The caller is perfect. The word you say is correct, 100% correct. Even
on the road to that one now, and they're already pushing it, driving the narrative, pushing it.
Yeah, Nigeria is on that road now, and this is my fear that most people don't even know. This is my friend, most people don't even know.
I be which other city
But
Tinubu, a Yoruba man, sit in a room,
yeah,
put a team together,
yeah,
and then the best they could give him is a Muslim, what do you call it, a fanatic, a Boko Haram
a fanatic, a Boko Haram,
somebody who said it on camera that they were planning to wipe out all the Igbos as part of Nigeria. He chose him.
Yeah.
Are we not on our way to Beirut already, Baba?
Yeah, of course. People don't know. This is how they started little by little in Lebanon. And before you know it, everything escalates. But really, it's like the highest politician Jambla. Jambla was a very powerful politician at that time. Very powerful. And before you know it, everything just one because of already stubborn. So they cover the whole country. Ebola take over the whole place.
And it became
even the start of
other people they met in the country, because most of them are from Palestine and all of that, right? Other people they met in the country, they call them infidels. Are they not calling us infidels in Nigeria now, in southern Nigeria already?
Of course. Anigba yẹn tẹ́ tọ́ bá ti lọ gbàdúrà bá ti jáde ní human service on Friday báyìí wàá kọ́ orí onímọ̀ kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n kọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jó flag Israel àti America ni wọ́n wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjọ̀gbọ̀n yìí ìwọ tó bá jẹ́ fọ́nà tó bá lọ gba bẹ̀ ńgbà yẹn ìwọ náà máa fi rúbọ I'm telling you. So Nigeria gan
and all of that.
Yeah. I've
seen Yoruba Muslims, right, warning people that if they don't follow Tinubu Muslim ticket, they will, you will have to leave Yoruba land for us. So we don't want to see you in Yoruba. Is that how we end it? Is that not that at the end of the day they will mark people's faces? Are we not going? And they will be marking their faces. They will say, "Oh, you didn't support Tinubu because you are a Christian, Abi. They have told us that you are enemy. You are not supporting Tinubu because you are a Christian. They told us you are enemy. We will deal with all of you." I have been reading WhatsApp conversation, Baba, WhatsApp messages, what they are going to do to the Christians. I saw
one on Facebook.
I have seen some of them.
I saw one on Facebook.
Yeah, it's true.
I saw one bragging that any Christian who does not support Tinubu should be ready to go out of Lagos. Nigeria sit on the keg of father.
That Shagari son said, Yoruba Muslims are so tolerant, Sha. I mean, are they not the highest? They should be controlling the politics. The Christians are so. That's what listen, I said the Christians in Yoruba land, man, they are so lucky. So life of Christians and those who are not Christians, they are lucky. It's a privilege in southern Nigeria, and you still want to be part of that Nigeria. God forbid bad thing, because that's the thing they say now. They don't say bad anymore. You say God forbid bad.
And I'm telling you, Tinubu himself. I'm sorry to say, Tinubu himself is an extremist. It's an extremist, Let's not be. Come out with the civil. Ìyàwó tó ní ìyàwó nǹkan pásítọ̀ ní just bullshit. Tó bá dójú ẹ̀ gan, máa mú ìyàwó ẹ̀ gan balẹ̀ láti jẹ́ kóun gan lọ́nà náà. I'm telling you the fact. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Mo kàn ní kí ṣe ẹ lò ní.
Now this one is good to hear. God
bless
you. Thank you so much.
Good night,
Any nice night, Banky family.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
So I'll take another call again. Hello there. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, sir.
Yes, my brother. Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. My name is Uche Choba. I'm calling from Turkey, Istanbul.
Class. That's another country that we've heard their history, and I'm glad you are calling from there. Is still better than that Lebanon we said earlier. So tell us, Uche, please.
Yes, Maiyegun. You see, we all know what happened in Turkey so many years ago, and that is exactly what is happening in our place. It's not about to happen because it's happening already, okay? And, I want to go in this direction.
Okay.
You see, Maiyegun, you have been a lone voice. When I say a lone voice, it's not only you that is speaking, but you have been a lone voice in Nigeria for the tribes that cannot speak out.
Thank you.
Because they have built enough hatred. They made us to hate ourselves.
Honestly.
They use religion, they use this and they use that. But you came and bring those things down. You make our youth to understand who we are. And the handwriting on the wall, because these people, they believe, in fact, they never knew that somebody like Maiyegun, somebody like Nnamdi Kanu will come up at this time because we have been played and they use us against us.
All the time.
Imagine what, yes, all the time. They use us against us. They keep pushing us out. They push.
You see what they are trying now. You see this thing they are trying with this Tinubu for president between Igbos and Yorubas. I am so happy, right? As they are pushing so hard, more people are now aware the trick that it is always every 4 years. They will want to make Yorubas and Igbos feel like we are so much of an enemy, and we are breaking that barrier too. So I agree with you, Papa.
Exactly, Maiyegun. You don't know how happy I am that somebody like you risk it all. You never tell us the threat you received. We don't care because you are called for this. And even when you are called for this, you make yourself available. Thank you, Maiyegun. I don't want to waste most of your time, but I just want to tell you there are millions, not thousands, and millions of Nigerians who believed in your cause, who listened to what you said, and are ready to do whatever it takes to break out of that country. Thank you, and may God bless you.
And you too, Uche. Thank you so much for your time as well. Right? Stay safe, man.
Yes, I don't want to take much of your time. Thank you so much, Maiyegun. Thank you. Continue. Thank you, Maiyegun.
Thank you so much, Uche. That's Uche there from Turkey. And I love you, Uche, by the way, because I don't remember I've spoken with you before. If this is the second time, it's really great to hear from you. Seriously, okay? So I have another person on the line, right? Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun, Baba.
Hello, sir. How are you? Nothing too much, other than same old. I wish something new.
Baba, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Voila, day, Baba. So, if you see, I sent you a video on your WhatsApp line. It's about a woman.
Right.
It's about a woman who was talking about how Lebanon became a Muslim nation.
Oh, I saw that video.
You should watch that thing.
About to start. Honestly speaking, it was, it was eye-opening. But tell us more about it, especially for listeners.
No, the woman was just playing the history of what is going to happen to Nigeria, exactly how it happened in Lebanon.
Yes,
that's what she was basically saying. And it's surprising how our people are so docile. The one I'm even more angry about is the people from the Middle Belt. You sit down there and young people are being killed left, right, front, and center. Support this same government. That is. I don't know.
It's all kind of sweet, sour taste. Maybe not sweet, but probably sour taste that people seems to just have gotten used to. Like they say, Baba, they said that, what do you want us to do? We don't know what to do and all of that. But when they are told that you could do this or that, they never really want to do that, right?
It is glaring. It is glaring that this thing is going to go down between tribal and religious lines. I keep saying this, but it is what it is. How can you just come, man?
You know one thing that scares me. You know one thing that scares me, Baba, is that somehow I don't know. I sat down yesterday and he actually got to me. I said, we know the armed Fulani terrorists in our forest, right? We've had their successes against them, even though we don't have all the the necessary, sort of equipments to fight them. But we still had some few successes after, which means if we have the right resources here, we can always conquer that. Then my fear is that somehow this same system is injecting this blood of extremism into our young people in Yoruba land. And guess what? They are not just saying it to them. They are funding such ideology in Yoruba land. The ideology that is going to bring extremists into us as well, which means the Yoruba land that we know we could handle all our external invaders, is becoming unsafe from ourselves, because that is another doom that they are projecting on Yoruba land, a cancer from Nigeria. That worries me, Baba. We have young people right now who are going to grow intolerant of other people because of religion in Yoruba land soon. The way we are going.
That's the scariest part, Baba. That's the scariest part. And that is how they get into your skin. They get into your society. They get into your culture.
Yes.
They use people like that who are not thinking. What has religion got to do with your humanity? You are first human before you are a Christian or you're a Muslim. So why do you think that your religion should be the religion that you are talking about? God is not religious.
God doesn't have any religion. Some people don't know that.
God doesn't have any religion.
Anyway, God doesn't have any religion.
Make I give other people space to talk.
So much, You stay safe. Let me take another one here. Here we go. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Elder.
Yeah. Maiyegun. Hello.
Báwo ni sir?
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ o. Yeah.
Elder. Everybody can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yes, first of all, Nigeria is better, like you always said. So it's better we quickly break it up to save life, because we will blackmail each other to death till Jesus Christ come.
Dog eat
all right?
Dog. Like we'll be tearing ourselves at every opportunity.
Oh yes, Maiyegun, ask yourself a question. Ask yourself a question. Saying an Igbo man sitting down in Enugu or Abakaliki, now I wake up in the morning, there's no water. Are you listening to me?
I am following you, sir.
Okay, so that Igbo man wake up in Abakaliki or Indonesia. Wake up in the morning, no water, no electricity, no food, nothing. And you now look up. You now say, oh, if not because of this Yoruba man or this Hausa man, so they are the one that are responsible for me not to have electricity, not to have water, not to have all the necessary infrastructure for me to live a meaningful life. The same thing, that man in Ekiti, or in Ibadan, or in Badagry, wake up in the morning, start looking the face of the God, and start blackmailing Igbos, and blackmailing Hausa, or TV, say they are the one responsible for his own miserable life. The same thing, Hausa, Fulani, we do the same thing. Because the truth of the matter is this, Maiyegun, if you go to Ibadan, go to Bini, go to Yenegua, from there go to Enugu, from there go to Maiduguri and Katsina and Kano. Come down to Benue and Nasarawa, all of them like that. The ordinary people in Nigeria, they are facing the same terrible life.
Very, very hard.
Okay? That's right. Because the truth of the matter is this. Hausa Fulani, they've already conquered their people long time ago. Now, what the people in the south, whether in the southeast or in the southwest, what they are copying from them is that because they are worried, how come these people, how come are you able to conquer your people this way? Can't you see if a governor went to a certain ceremony in the north? Can't you see how people sit on the floor like an idiot? They conquer them.
They say it's
they conquer the people. Yeah, no. You see, it's a conquered. They conquer them. Okay? They conquer the space and the people. Now, and that is the same thing the Southerners are copying from them now.
Trying to weaken us and make us subjective to them, like submissive.
That's right. I was talking to people. I was talking to. They will be hearing my voice now. Because they watch your program. Those people that they said they control Nigeria. I was talking to one of them about 4 days ago. Okay, in Yoruba land. Yes, sir. All right. Then I said to them, I said, yes, sir. I said, I understand. But sometimes I look up and just think, I don't think there's any reasonable or educated man is in Nigeria anymore. Because if you look at what is happening in Nigeria, you will not look at it like this from this angle. There was a time Mr. Nnamdi Kanu said Nigeria. Yes, he said Nigeria is a zoo. He said Nigeria is a zoo. To be honest, Kanu was too generous.
Yeah, that's what people said. They say he's generous.
Yes.
In fact, that Nnamdi Kanu really want to say it. Nigeria zoo is organized. They say zoo is organized.
Oh yes.
You see how the animals they are respectfully.
That's right. That's right. So now, if you look at what I mean by, let me go back to this blackmailing each other we are talking about. Yes, now, these political dispensations is on now. You understand? If you go to all these one Nigerian people in Igbo land now, is Obi, they are following easy. Go to Yoruba now. Go to Yoruba land now. All these one Nigerian people, you understand, is Tinubu.
That's right.
Go to the north. Go to the north. Atiku said something yesterday. Many people think Atiku is stupid. Okay. Atiku said the right thing. Atiku said in the north, because sometimes I look at Obi is a fool. You understand? It's just you always use one language, say enabler.
Is he actually a fool? Because a fool is somebody who doesn't know what he's doing. Some said he knows what he's doing, and eventually he's leading them back to Nigeria. Is it not?
Maiyegun, all these people are fool because they think all of us are fool. So they are more fool. Okay. Because, for example, now, who told Obi is going to become president of Nigeria? Who told him? It's wasting his time. It's just you always use one language. That language called enabler. It's an enabler. Just like two of them are enabler. They're just enabling the system.
Validating the system. Validating
the system. That's right. So that's right. What Obi is doing in that contest is just to blackmail Igbo in 2023 that Igbo participated.
Back in Nigeria.
That's right. The same thing Tinubu is doing, and this Tinubu, please, every Yoruba that hear me now, please, I want to say one prayer for Tinubu. If I say this prayer, please say amen more than 1,000 times. Tinubu is bringing serious problem to Yoruba land. I'm very sorry. I'm happy. I'm happy. You see, you saw Obasanjo. Obasanjo said something about very soon they won't be able to go to church anymore. All this type of thing. That is what is going to happen. I've told people, if Tinubu win the elections, if Tinubu win the election 2023. In Yoruba land, Fulani will be feeding their animal, their cow. They will be feeding them in the church on Sunday. All right, that is what is going to happen. So now, at Tinubu, you are talking.
I thought you said that you wanted to say a prayer. I was waiting to say amen, but
the prayer. That prayer is that if it's going to be tomorrow, they will pronounce Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. May God Almighty let him die today. If it's going to be pronounced.
Have you thought about that prayer? Is it not better that make all of them know? I don't even know how you want to frame the prayer. Because if anything happened to him, maybe Shetima go there. Well, help me.
You see, let me That's fine. Let me tell you something. You know, you are talking about unity. You know, these Nigerian people, the fools.
Unity.
You understand? They talk about unity. All right. So where's the unity? All right. And that is why anybody that if Tinubu, let us believe Tinubu win. Okay. Tinubu went to pick another Fulani Kanuri. Because that guy that follow him is a Fulani as well. He's a Fulani Kanuri. That's Shetima.
Yes, that's true.
Okay? That's right. So it's a Fulani Kanuri. That Fulani Kanuri man now is a Muslim. Tinubu now forget Igbos. Population of Igbo is in Nigeria, they are about 90% of Christian. Okay? When you go to the south, right from Benin down to Ibibio land to Yenoga and the Calabari and the Ijaw people, 86% of them are Christian. The population of Yoruba people is 50-50. Forget about this where Jiadi in Ibadan, that shit too. That is talking rubbish. Okay? The population of Yoruba is 50-50 Muslim and Christian. When you go to the central part of Nigeria,
all of you religion people like this, when you begin to share the population, where they put all of us, we don't get religion. When you say 50-50, all of us, the Babalawos, the Mamalawos, all the brother Lawos, sister Lawos, we have never been factored in at all. We know we know
okay, well, listen. I think you are accusing wrong persons. You understand? I've never been to church in the last 20 years, and I will never go to the end of my life. Okay?
Let's say Christian 30%, Muslim 30%. All of us will look at religion 40%. So we'll start arguing about that because it's real. Even the Babalawo will see. Yes, sir. Let me tell you something, right?
So now, Tinubu now said,
quickly.
Yes.
When I was growing up, when I was growing up, we always welcome people from all over because they believe that Odogbolu has a lot of jazz. Yeah. So
that's how we are. In Yoruba land.
So pastors will come. Pastors that is redeemed pastor, winners pastor, P Square. P Square, Four Square Church pastor. I have
So the question. Okay.
Argument Christian 50%, Muslim 50% in Yoruba is so wrong. Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
But continue. Yeah.
Okay. You are right because there are some people who used to believe
we are many. Christian, Muslim, or anybody who discuss me. Because it's
true. Because if we are talking about Muslim and Christian, So it's what Tinubu himself, say I want Nigeria, Nigeria, say realize to pay 88 to no Nigeria know the meaning. The meaning of 88 is that Tinubu is telling you if it is only one person remaining in Nigeria, I will spend like 8 years. That is what he said. That man is so desperate. And now you now go and bring Muslim ticket. Okay? What about the other religions? Now, what the Hausa Fulani is trying to tell you at the end of the day is that it's only Muslim that can lead Nigeria.
No, they said there is no Christian that will lead them in northern Nigeria.
That's right. And the same thing with the PDP. The PDP now said with the argument they said they wanted to win they won the election, and it is only Northern that can win the election.
No South
they now go and bring
election.
That's right.
That's another one.
They now go and bring another Fulani from Cameroon. One Fulani from Niger just wanted to finish in the person of Gokwari.
Cameroon is going to come and bury us.
That's right. So now, when they finish that one, when they finish his 8 years, they've already established it. Say no standard can become the president of Nigeria anymore. People should know that the danger. They should know the danger that is coming. The day of catastrophe is very near.
Yes.
The day of catastrophe.
Yeah. ìjọ tí èṣù tó bínú tó gba kẹ́ẹ̀gì.
ọjọ́ burúkú tí èṣù gbomi mu àwọn people náà ló dẹ̀ máa àwọn people náà àwọn náà máa dà like we said the other day àwọn people yìí àwọn náà ló máa destroy system yẹn because they will press the button of self destruction. How will Atiku go to rule Nigeria peacefully after Buhari after Fulani just finished?
8 years.
That's right. How is Tinubu going to win Tinubu going to rule Nigeria peacefully with 2 Muslims? What about Igbo and other people?
See?
You understand? Mm-hmm. So they are full. Let them press the button of that destruction. I've told you, the election of 2023 is going to be the beginning of the solutions of Nigeria. And I said this before. I'm not a coward. I'm following the system.
I've always been saying it.
Nigeria is not going to be. Is going to papuka in the next 6 to 9 years. Thank you very much for giving me the chance. Yes.
Is that when that happens, it is not your fault. It is not my fault. It is the fault of the criminals who chose to destroy everybody.
And because Maiyegun, you have to look at it like this. Because Maiyegun, if you take your flight today and you go to Nigeria, if you stand one place, if you can think very well, you will now realize that population of around 250 million people. If you look at the output, you understand? The output of 200 million people in Nigeria is just like our population is 4 million. Okay? Now, and everything, so all the statistics shows, if you look at the electricity we have, 250 million people, we can only generate only 4,000 megawatts of electricity. We cannot even transmit it. No. And we are not really lazy people, but the system has made Nigeria to become lazy. We are the laziest people in the whole world. Mm-hmm. Okay, when Ukraine is fighting war, you understand? They are still exporting.
I know.
Yeah, they are still exporting food.
I know.
They are still exporting food.
A deal with Russia to allow grains to pass through the Black Sea. You know what I mean? Now, so
that's right.
They can let all the whole world running mad of,
No, man.
Ukraine, where they fight. Me and you talk some other time. Thank you so much. Sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
No.
Thank you. I'll take one more, then I'll call it tonight, okay?
Hello, my brother.
Hello, ma. How are you?
Hey, we thank God, we give God the glory. Tale itunle otunga.
But
oh, to show you, they fear. See our people the more they tend to show that fear and try to cover it, the more mistakes they won't make. Because one more for the past 8 years, their evil plan and what they bust up. Now, what they say executed, huh?
What he executed.
One of that
time to run out on them.
That's it. And now they are so desperate to put everything in place. And thinking maybe they are fast to share for everybody will be dumb and dormant. And
they'll be dumb, but they will just wake up one day, they will just say you are the president and vice, then you can go and do whatever you want to do. But they don't have a clue.
They are so entrenched in their so-called belief. People, most people,
you can deceive all the people sometimes, or you can deceive some people all the time, but you cannot deceive all the people all the time.
That's it.
No.
And this is one thing that they need to get into their skull. All this the plan. Ati Baba Kolu, Shogodele.
No history, no record, Kilode. Desperation, no.
kò ní ìyá kò ní bàbá kò ní ran.
Mọ̀gán tí èèyàn kan sọ lórí program yìí mà.
Àkúdàáyà ní màá yẹn.
Èèyàn kan sọ pé àkúbíyà àkúdàáyà yẹn náà lẹ́yìn nǹkan tẹ́yìn náà sọ yẹn náà ni pé bóyá from nowhere bóyá ó lè jẹ́ bóyá bíi Benin Republic àbí bóyá bíi Gabon àbí bíi kan náà ni tó kàn di pé
kò ní ran.
Kò
ní sí education.
First 20 years
wípé ibi tó ti lọ sí school rèé classmate ẹ̀ rèé àwọn tó jọ lọ sí school rèé ó kàn déédéé Nigeria needs to wake up. Yoruba needs to just wake up. And this man is so desperate.
Your desperation is real.
The level of his desperation over beyond this world. This man is so desperate and he doesn't care. And the more desperation yẹn on display, the more làwọn èèyàn don't rí more.
Exactly.
A good example ó ní tàwọn yìí tó gbé bra ìyàwó ẹ̀ sórí tó lòun dé fìlà bishop.
Kí ló lè tó yẹn ni mo ti ẹ̀ ń wò Ṣẹ̀tìmà ló tó idán yẹn.
Can you imagine?
Kí ló lè tó yẹn? To convince you of what?
Can you imagine? Kí la gbé kí la jù.
Láti bishop láti Nigerian Christian kí ló lè tó yẹn lójú ayé tá a sì ní bọ̀rọ̀ no Maiduguri. This is àwọn ibi táwọn èèyàn wà tẹ́pẹ́ all over the world nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ mọ́ màmọ́ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ń sìn tó bá sáré bí CIA ni. But they could put that stunt man simply because, like you said, they believe all of us are going to be dumb, dumber, and dumbest. And nobody will notice.
These people, honestly speaking, they need to think. Wípé wọn lè kó gbogbo àgọ́ wa ló máa di ẹ̀dìyẹ wọn gbẹ̀yìn.
It's just a matter of time, ma. Ọlọ́run bá ń gbọ́.
It's a matter of time. Gbogbo wọn ṣe ń ṣe because nísìnyí níbi tí wọ́n desperate dé wọ́n kó àwọn ewúrẹ́ wọn wọ́n kó wọn kúrò ní kíní wọ́n dà wọ́n sí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. It's a long time plan.
Lójú wa mà.
And that is why.
Ìjẹ́ yìí mọ̀ pé ẹlẹ́kẹfà lélẹ́yìí tí wọ́n máa break a prison ní Nàìjíríà London Buhari. Ẹlẹ́kẹfà lélẹ́yìí o. Ṣé wá rí inú gbogbo prison mẹ́fẹ̀fà tó break mẹ́fẹ̀fà pátápátá ni wọ́n ti ní àwọn tó pè ní suspect Boko Haram or bandit tó lọ́ọ̀kì mọ́bì kan. Tẹ́yìn go tí wọ́n wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Gbogbo yẹn lọ ti release wọn sí tansi bẹ́ẹ̀ election ṣe ń bọ̀ yìí sìn. Gbogbo wọn lọ ti transport ìsọ̀lọ́sibítù ẹ̀kọ́ transport lọ. Ìkọ́ tẹ̀ tún jóyè. Ọlọ́pàá wa ń play.
Ìyẹn tẹ̀ tún joyè ìyẹn tún demand di I think about 3.3 billion ni owó tó fẹ́ máa gbà ó demand ẹ̀ ni.
3.8 million ló náà máa dá fún àdúgbò yẹn lóṣooṣù. Owó táàkì.
Nàìjíríà dán ẹ̀ka one child a known terrorist tí ó lọ tí ó pa àìmọye èèyàn tí wọ́n gbé sí under wanted. These people think we are just stupid or maybe our brain doesn't think or we can't even think beyond our foot. I don't understand. This is a man that is wanted. Despite the fact that this man is labeled wanted.
The police declared him wanted though. The day of his coronation, now the police they provide security for him. Nigeria.
Can you imagine?
They now said that Zamfara police cannot arrest him because it is only Katsina police that declared him wanted. Yeah, there is another one now, Turuji. His name is Turuji. That Turuji, used to sleep inside governor's house in in Zamfara. Like he's such a big boy, right? To the point that commissioners, special advisor to governors, so they actually see him as somebody that should help him. Help them beg other kidnappers, to take to open up negotiations so that they will pay them and they can release any kidnapped victims. Between them, they know him. When Abuja heard about him, Zamfara now said, "We are declaring him wanted. He's a bad person. We've paid him a lot of money, but we realize that the guy makes more money, man. When government says you have kidnapped 100 people, we'll give you 20 million." The guy knows that if he takes
even that idiot said it. He said they gave him 60 billion. and they use the money to buy weapons.
More weapons, exactly.
He said it. He said it black and white.
Terrorists betray one. Terrorists government. They will collect money from government. Only 50 million. Then 100 people. 2 million, 33 million, or 100 people. That's 300 million naira. So they will collect government money. They will be waiting for them to release the victims. Then they will now start asking the family of the victims to bring the money. 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. And then we realized that it wasn't like any effort to stop terrorism. It's actually a business. All of them are involved. It's a big industry. Whatever they say, now Nigeria allow us to be part of it. If we are not part of Nigeria today, would they be making?
No, the only solution is to break it, and they can take that and put it in back. Whether they like it or not, sooner or later, kálukú máa gbé orúkọ bàbá ẹ̀ ó máa jẹ́ last ni. Yorùbá máa jẹ́ orúkọ fájà wọn. Àárọ̀ gbogbo àwọn tó kù. Yorùbá ń lọ, Biafra ń lọ. Àwọn tó bá dẹ́kun tó bá fẹ́ jókòó sílẹ̀, good luck to them.
Àbí?
Ìṣe ó dá wa lójú ni pé Yorùbá máa kúrò nínú ìgbèkùn yìí.
Láìpẹ́ dẹ̀ ni.
Ní agbára tó ń jẹ́ ti Ọlọ́run. Kọ́lù ò bá sọ pé òun fẹ́ fi gbogbo mọ̀lẹ́bí òun fẹ́ fi wọ́n ṣe ṣọtí. Kò lè fi Yorùbá ṣe ṣọtí kó mú yẹn lọ sí bank.
Tabarẹ́ ẹni tó promise ẹ̀ ní nǹkan kọ́ lọ fún. Kò lè fi orúkọ Yorùbá kò lè fi Yorùbá ṣe ṣọtí o fún nǹkan tó fẹ́ fún o.
Láíláí kó mú lọ sí bank. Kó fi pamọ́ síbẹ̀. Kọ́lù ò lè fi Yorùbá ṣe ṣọtí.
Ò ní jẹ́ ṣọtí fún ẹ ní pẹ̀lú deal.
Tí ò bá dé understand pé game náà ń play. Tọ́ba kò lè wọlé náà. Káàtẹ̀ wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n jẹ́ kó wọlé. Kọ́lé lóṣù mẹ́ta kó tó padà nù. Òpònú burúkú nítorí títí ẹnu kan ṣoṣo. Àwọn ẹran tó kó sẹ́yìn wọn, àwọn yẹn wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní play emotional game, psychological game, Yorùbá, ronú. Wọ́n ní gbogbo tó bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Nítorí kọlu ẹ jẹ́ wo fídíò kan wà bí ti fẹ́ fi wọ̀nyí ẹ jẹ́ wo náà ẹ má ti lọ ẹ wo eléyìí mà.
Commitment for us as members of the action.
Olórí olóńgbọ̀n lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. So èmi as a Yoruba man, I will sit down here. And I will say that is the best Yoruba has to offer. If they say Yoruba, go and bring somebody to be president of Nigeria, and then I will sit down and say that is the best from Yoruba land. I mean, if you don't get shit,
commitment for us as members of the action.
You can see. The man is not even stable. How do you want that to rule for 8 years?
I mean, young people who still have their future ahead of them, right?
And those young people fighting this man's corner, want to kulori, want to fiori, want backparo. Every young person or every young individual fighting this man's corner, want to fiori, want backparo because, to be honest, tí kì bá ṣe pé young person tí orí ẹ̀ bá kú àtà ọjọ́ ọ̀lẹ̀ àtà fún ọmọ èèyàn kan ọmọ Tinubu last week ló jáde nínú kinní lórí Twitter aago tó gbé sọ́wọ́ was 345 million.
Ẹ wò ẹ tiẹ̀ ní sùúrù ṣé ti gbọ́ ti ọmọ Àbíbá kí ló ti ń pè ṣé Àbíbá lórúkọ ọmọdé yìí ni àbí kí ló ń jẹ́ náà ọmọ Tinubu méjì tí ìkan ra ilé 4.5 million ní Amẹ́ríkà kò ṣiṣẹ́ rí o. Ìkan wà tó jẹ́ kó ṣe graduate ní last year ni right yẹn náà ra lé bí $2.3 million wọn ò ṣe iṣẹ́ these are people tó ṣe iṣẹ́ rí o ṣe wá láwọn tí wọ́n jí destiny wọn tọ́lọ fún wọn ra property fáwọn ọmọ yẹn àwọn yẹn wà nísàlẹ̀ kò ń sìn o kí ló ti ń pè
àwọn yẹn ṣe bá bí àlà àwọn náà ló dẹ̀ máa jàjà òṣì káàkiri ẹsẹ̀ títì ó máa ṣe o
ayé wọn ta pàù.
Ayé lomi ó ti tàbí ti gúgúrú. Ó ti mọ̀ pé tó bá ti fún ọ ní 2,000 naira, wọ́n á máa jàjà bí ìgbóná kiri ni. Àwọn tó rí wọn ti burú bí orí egun tó ń lé wèrè.
Olori.
ẹ wò ẹ jẹ́ release ní o jàre ẹ ṣeun gan ni.
Fún time lálẹ́ so ẹ jẹ́ kí n bá Larry sọ̀rọ̀ because Larry àwọn tó máa ń kàn ginger mi wọn bàbá Larry we no get too much time Larry.
Maiyegun,
thank God that you haven't changed your profile picture. I would have been so embarrassed that I was calling you Larry when you are not Larry. So Larry, is that you?
Yeah, Larry on the line.
Larry. So Baba, I'm going to give you just about 3 minutes. Okay, just make it count. My time is so
okay.
So Larry, everybody can hear you, Baba.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, I don't tell you. My religion. Many people say no.
You may need to take off that. You may need to take off that headset, sir. Remove that headset and just use the direct phone. Somehow it makes your voice far away from the phone. Yeah, I know you can hear me.
Okay.
It makes you a bit distance. Yeah. Take your time anyway.
Just hold on, make I change and come off.
No wahala. Just make sure that you don't mistakenly cut off. That would just be it. I'm hearing you. Yeah. Larry.
Hold on.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah, go on. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So I did talk saying a religion is our problem. Fine. Lack of education, make them happen. We see they can't use religion enter us. You understand what I talk?
How they follow you, Baba?
Yeah, lack of education. Our educational system we don't crumble, so might make us get many agbero. You understand what I talk now? And they purposely do that, like we all know. You understand? So it's not a new thing. Now it's playing a long. In fact, it's giving us a very big lash on our back as Yorubas. But I would want to thank this imam that is in Olori and Muslim to one. That man is a wonderful man.
Right.
Because he has not allowed.
Zulu Gambari. Is that not the leader there? The emir of Ilorin?
Yeah, is it the emir? No, that Yoruba man.
Which of them? He's a Yoruba,
the Yoruba man that follows.
He's a Yoruba Fulani man, I would say. The emir of Ilorin.
No, Baba don't tell our Yoruba.
Oh, Imam Yoruba.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I get it now. Yeah. So yeah, Imam Yoruba, a brilliant man.
Imam Yoruba, man, that man, anywhere he, Ọlọ́run ò ní bá gbogbo nǹkan tó ti dánù ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá yẹn Ọlọ́run ò ní bàjẹ́. Ṣẹ́rí bàbá yẹn ò jẹ́ kí wọ́n lo religion tí wọ́n fi mú òun because nǹkan tí bàbá yẹn bá sọ làwọn èèyàn tó wà ní Yorùbá land ló máa follow. Àwọn Muslim tó wà ní Yorùbá land ẹ mọ̀ pé òun ló lórí wọn. But bọ́ọ̀lù ṣe máa ń tó gbogbo nǹkan fún ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ò gbà wípé kí a ní irú àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kí wọ́n máa lò wọ́n as manipulator. Because if the problem is a big problem. You understand, my brother?
I deal with you, Baba. I deal with you.
Not big problem. And if that man, but let me just cap it up, you know.
Yeah, Baba.
That man, why I keep praying for that man is just for the fact that he's a true Yoruba man. He's a true Yoruba son. He's not a bastard. You know, because when many Yorubas are in the helm of affairs, when they have that power in them, they tend to forget who they are. Especially, just an example, like
they don't have purpose. That's why we say that if to say these people who sold the idea of I'm a Yoruba man, I'm this and that, and then they gain access to power since 1999. If they had been pro-Yoruba, right, even if we are still part of Nigeria, our situation shouldn't be this bad and worse. And it's going to even get terrible.
My brother, it's going to be terrible. It's going to get terrible. Like Asha said, there is fire on the mountain, and nobody seems to be on the run. There is big fire on the mountain. And fella don't talk and make I even cap him up with this. Exactly. Fella talk say, this uprising will bring out the peace in us.
This uprising
will bring Baba on the peace in Wasita. Kera ọmọ àlè Yorùbá tó wọ́n pariwo Tinubu Muslim. Tẹ́tí gbàgbé pé nǹkan tí wọ́n fi mú Boko Haram wọ north nìyẹn. religion jẹ náà ni. Àwọn northerners wá gbà. Nígbà tí wọ́n gbà tán, tani tí ní ẹ̀kọ́kọ́ consume, àwọn ni o.
Àwọn ni Larry, mọ̀ tó máa ń break at me jù. Òun ní pé imagine àwọn tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá, who are actually Yorubas, and their reasons for Tinubu choosing a Muslim, according to them, is because in the north, they don't see Tinubu as a real Muslim. And a Yoruba man is explaining that to me, telling me that what do you want them to do? The north will not vote him because they don't see him as a real Muslim. And I'm like, so this northern criminal saying you being a Muslim is not a real Muslim. They only tell whoever is a real Muslim. And you as a Yoruba man, you want to drive
and
and
you are playing, yes, and you are playing into that.
You are playing into the hand because of that. As an excuse.
Yeah, that shows the level of stupidity that we Yorubas have, and
Yoruba saying that they will not vote for him because they don't see Tinubu as a real Muslim. Therefore, Yoruba should forget about Muslim. They should just vote for Tinubu, Muslim. Are you mad? Like, for real?
My brother, I say gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ this uprising break out the beast, you know. Yeah, all of us get beat too. Fela sọ wọ́n sọ pé àmúgbó ni. Wọ́n sọ pé àmúgbó ni Fela gbogbo nǹkan tí bàbá yẹn sọ kọ́ ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìn. Nígbà tó sọ fún yín pé kẹ́ máa wọ́ọ̀ṣì o, ní pé animal and woman skin ní wèrè Buhari. Ṣé kò wá padà wá ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìn pé animal and woman skin ni? Àbí wọ́n ti gbà yín pé Fela fi kọrin. Oh, sure. Which is well, my brother. I don't want to waste your time, man. Thank you, man. Thank you.
I wish we had enough time to continue, but again.
Yeah, I wanted to add more, but let me leave it that way.
You should always call early, Larry. Yeah, don't always be the Egun all the time. Okay, so always call early. Right. Join us early. And
all right,
stay safe and my regards to you. Have a good one, sir.
All right, same man.
Larry. Now, that's how we're going to draw the curtains tonight. Okay, thank you so much to every one of you who turned up. I am kind of becoming scarce a little bit because I hope, I will be here some other time again and I can share the evening with you again. So thank you for sharing your evening with me tonight. If you're just joining us, you can take a time and watch it from the beginning again. It's quite interesting, especially the part where the United Nations on Human Rights abuses and then illegal detention or arbitrary detention, demanded for an immediate unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu with compensation as well, including the Nigerian system to at least take a look at the demand of the Biafrans. Nnamdi Kanu is not just going to come out. It's going to come out with something that's going to be like a torch that will take you to Biafra. Stick around. Don't break up. Don't tear yourselves apart, okay? Stay as united as you have always been. The Biafrans, congratulations to you. The fact that Nigeria is spending hundreds of millions of dollars to get you buried. But guess what? The more they try to bury you, you're just germinating like the mustard seed. That even if you throw it in the midst of the rock, it will still germinate. Stay steadfast, stay faithful. I believe something good is on the horizon. To us, the Yorubas, of course, a lot of people are walking behind the scene. I have seen massive support for the Yoruba nation abroad and the coordination of same. So these resources, when it is judiciously used, right? The Biafrans, possibly when you exit, you are likely going to be seeing us behind you too. But before then, we need ourselves, like everyone have said on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, a platform where you feel comfortable enough to listen to a Yoruba man, and a Yoruba man listen to an Igbo man listen to another person from every other part of Nigeria, where we are beginning to see that even if I am not an Igbo man, if somebody is killed in Igbo land, right, I have every sense of responsibility to feel that shot. And sometimes if you are to put yourself in that picture, you are never, ever going to find an excuse for killing innocent people just because they want to keep a country, a contraption together. So then, on the other hand, it is also a saying that an injustice to one should be an injustice to all. Injustice anywhere should be an injustice everywhere, right? So before you become the victim, you might as well speak up for those who have been the victims. Because if you would want people to speak up for you, that on MaiyegunsDiary Politico is our own achievement. We've done it so well. And I've told my friends here that, we will build something that will eventually have to something that can help springboard us or jump us into that our own ever determined and desired united Yoruba land. Yoruba unity is not just a word anymore. It is going to be an action, an act that all of us would have to play our role in this regard. You can't do it if you have the animosity that Nigeria buried in you. The one they buried in many of us. Hate this person for no reason other than from where they come from. Hate killed that person for no reason, simply because of the religion they confess to. All of these things are now creeping their ways into Yoruba land. And I'm worried. I am worried for the life, for the type of Yoruba land my children will live in. And I'm not just going to just sit back and watch. I call on you to pay attention. Pay attention to where these rogues are taking us. It is not a good place. Yoruba land will become unsafe. Not from these Fulani terrorists that I believe we can handle, especially if we become, in a way, independent enough to face our own adversaries and enemies, right? But the other things that they are building or breeding in Yoruba land is that religious intolerance. Extremists will creep in. And before you know it, it's going to happen to us so fast. That can be our doom. So if there is anything done or damages done to us by Nigeria that you haven't really paid attention to much, the generational poverty, the deliberate underdevelopment and all of that, you see this inbreed and this indoctrination in Yoruba land, religious intolerance, extremism, they are coming and they're going to use them a lot in their elections, right? And guess what? It's going to get worse if you and I continue to play or feign ignorance. I won't. I am more concerned about that than even the Fulani terrorists that are currently, are ghosting in our forest. You should be worried too. The criminals are not taking us anywhere good, but a place of total ruins, generational destruction, something that you and I will never forgive ourselves if it comes to pass. So sorry if I spoke too long there. I hope you will understand what I'm saying. It's just a clarion call, a call to action that Nigeria is not helping us. It's doing a lot of damages to us, all for political gains of some individuals, right? If you continue to play along according to their book or playbook, right, we will all be gone, dead in no time. But before that happens, sometimes we would never have to, we wouldn't have to die on our knees. We'll die fighting for our lives. So thank you very much for your time. Once again, like the video, like the broadcast if you'd like to. And I'm going to see you some other time on this same platform. So good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o ákàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì.